Okay.
and we'll be live very soon, if not
I'll be
already.
live very soon.
I think we're live as of
Oh
right
yeah.
now.
Cool.
So,
How's it going?
it's going just fine. Um, you meant choose avatar. Uh,
I still can't choose an avatar. Yep.
hmm,
Not do that.
what do you mean?
I
Well,
I wonder if it has to do with my
welcome to
camera.
the weekly Alaboom, September 24th, the year of our Lord, 2025. I'm a bear wearing a blue hoodie.
Is that a bear or like a chipmunk?
It's a bear, of course. That's what it says.
Bear.
I'm sad that it doesn't have arms. If I raise my
I
arms,
know you want some
there's
arms.
no arms. But if I smile, he'll smile. And no thumbs up. Maybe if I do the heart, does that do it? No, no, if I'm doing a heart, it doesn't do it. Nothing. So,
How do you do the heart?
yeah, but if I do it, like it doesn't recognize it anymore, apparently because I'm just a bear now.
You're just a bear. You can't.
I'm just a bear.
Just an
Uh,
average bear.
it's not an otter. It's a bear.
It's a bear.
Uh, Alternatively,
Not do anything.
I could be a dog.
Trying to see if these gestures. I mean, the thumbs up does a thumbs up thing.
Yeah, which is
Right.
good.
And raise my hand too.
And if I tilt my head back and forth, like a dog would, like if you say something and I'm like, hmm,
Not do anything.
huh? Yeah,
Cool.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But let's just get rid of
We need
that.
what does your shirt say? You'll
Oh,
get nothing like it?
you'll get nothing
Oh
and like
my
it.
God. Awesome.
It's
That's so good.
yeah, no, I found it on some weird website. You know, it's my when I got to answer a lot of Kickstarter emails uh day. You'll get nothing and
You'll
like
get
it.
nothing like it. Yeah.
Um, I have a gentleman who uh resides in um resides in Iceland, and he wants me to guarantee that if he pays the VAT. Well, first you want to argue that Iceland doesn't have any VAT because they're not part of the EU. And I was like, well, if you just Google Iceland VAT, you'll see that you guys charge 24% on everything that comes in.
Yeah.
So you have VAT. Maybe it isn't the EU
Not called
sanctioned
that,
VAT.
but yeah, maybe it's called something
Yeah.
else.
So in order for me to send it to you, I have to pay it. And I'm not going to pay it. So, you know, and then he said, well, a lot of times when that stuff gets sent, it doesn't get sent with the right paperwork. And so then I get asked to pay for it again. And I want you to guarantee that that won't happen. Or if I have to pay it, you'll pay the VAT for me. And I was just like, yeah, well, I'm not guaranteeing that because there's a myriad of factors that are outside of my control. I went back and forth with that guy in an email, like probably a dozen emails back and forth.
You don't have a European arm, do you? Like a distribution arm? You don't ship
No.
to a distributor in Europe and then they do it, deal with it? No, nothing like that. Do you want one?
Well,
I mean, I know some people.
we do have an EU hub that
Mm.
we go to that we ship directly from our warehouse or directly from the manufacturer in
Yeah.
China. But I mean, it's a service that we don't, I can't, I have zero control over it. Like, I mean, we can tell them all day long, this is what we want you to do. And then, but if that guy got his thing in Iceland and it said, oh, by the way, sir, you need to pay us 24% of the value of this item plus shipping. And he's like, okay, well, here's my $140 because Gray Fox Games said they would absolutely refund me for this. You know, it's like, no, I'm not going to do that. So I gave him the names of several uh, drop ship companies in the United States that would be happy to ship them, and he could use that as his
Yeah,
U.S.
forward.
address, and then you don't have to worry about it. They'll, you know,
Yeah.
that wasn't what he wanted though.
He'd
I
rather
get it when like
he'd
somebody
rather
lives in
you deal with
some
the problems.
no,
Yeah, well,
I get it if you live in like some weird. I don't know if Iceland is weird, but it definitely is more remote than say Germany. But it's like people that live in Malta that we get people like that all the time. We're like, oh, you know, really deliver to Malta? Well, yeah, it'll cost an arm and a leg, but we'll be happy to do it. Oh, well, Amazon doesn't have a problem shipping it to me. Well, Amazon is a multi-billion-dollar company with a lot of great shipping rates at their disposal.
yeah. What are you drinking?
Oh,
I see it's a monster of some sort.
yeah.
Monster ice or something.
This would be Blue Hawaiian.
A blue Hawaiian.
Yeah, it's like a pineapple-y drink. I don't know.
I
It's
drank
zero
most of it.
calories, zero sugar.
Made my
So,
eye made my forehead twitch right here for a few
oh, yeah.
hours. Like a little thing twitching. Because I
Just
guess
drink
the
a bunch of them. That'll go away.
yeah, yeah. Just drink more.
Yeah, drink more.
I stopped drinking energy drinks.
It reminds me,
We've talked about this.
yeah, it reminds me of there was um old Calvin and Hobbes when Calvin, was talking to Hobbes and saying, "Oh, I, his super sugar chocolate frosty bombs was the name of his
Oh yeah, I
cereal."
remember those.
And he was just like, he's like, "Here, have a bowl." And he's like, "No, that makes my stomach hurt." And he's like, "What are you talking about? This is a um uh just like, what are you talking about? This is a um it's part of a well-balanced breakfast." I was like, "This is a picture of somebody eating one bowl of that cereal and 9 bran muffins." Just like, and then you see Calvin is like just jittery and shaking back and forth, and he's
Yeah,
like,
it's like vibrating.
yeah, he just said, "Yeah, you know why you're shaking, Hobbs? It's because you don't have enough vitamins." Because he, ah, Zach, aka Tokyo Zach, says, "Good morning from the land of sushi and samurai. If you need a good way to wake yourself up and focus, chow down on a jalapeno."
Ooh, in the morning?
I guess, I don't
It's a
know.
morning routine? I don't know. I don't know if I can get behind that.
A younger me, maybe.
Hey, Zach's from Tokyo? That's awesome.
Zach, are there a lot of samurai walking around in Tokyo nowadays? I'm just curious. I'm gonna guess sushi's fairly easy, but you know, whether or not there's an actual Ronin, patrolling the area.
Is it hard to get jalapenos in Japan, what Tokyo? Because I don't know if they really can grow them there. I mean, they could grow them. I can't grow
They
anything,
they
but
they can
like
grow they grow square watermelons.
I know about that. And they grow these amazing strawberries. Have you seen that? Those like I think they're like white or pink strawberries or something,
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
where they're like $100 a pound or something crazy. Like I mean, it's not 100. I think it's something like it's in the realm of like a lot of money for per pound for those strawberries.
Zach says on festival days the samurai come out. They must hide
Ah,
until there's a festival, and then they come barreling out of their underground dens. Oh,
are you ever going to go back to Japan,
I
Tokyo?
mean, I mean, it was. I mean, it was, it was amazing, right? I
Yeah,
mean, the only thing I didn't like about that trip was like I didn't go with my wife, because I think
right. It was
um
it was just a business trip, right?
it was a business trip, yeah. Um, have you ever been?
No, we were supposed to go in 2019 or 2020.
Something
It might have been
happened.
something
Something
happened. There was a
something
VDG
happened
cruise to
around then.
Tokyo that was that year. Yeah, a little thing happened.
I don't know what it was.
It's a like some hoax. I don't know. Made us all stay
Yeah,
indoors.
a big
We
hoax.
all had to stay indoors and like not infect each other or something. I don't know.
I was
Some rigmarole. We were fed.
that was a real giant pain, right?
By the
But I
way,
could,
I'm
but
totally fine with the quarantining and all that stuff. I'm just
yeah,
joking.
I think we both are. And if anybody is a long-standing, yep, we they would know that we are
Well, we talk about it
100% on board.
incessantly.
But I mean, in all, truth be told, I mean, I don't have as negative. I mean, I hated the fact that people were getting sick and people were, dying. I mean, that was awful.
I seem
But
to remember a time when all the hospitals in New York were full
yeah.
and they had
Uh,
0% capacities.
but you want to say hi, Copper? Come on. Okay. Oh. uh, Oh. Oh. Okay. Yeah.
How old is he now?
This little guy. This little guy's just a baby. He's like 2, almost 3.
Is that a baby?
Yeah. Well, no, but
It's like 21 in dog years, right?
yeah, his older brother just showed up and he just turned 5. So yeah, but then that's Copper.
Why'd you call him Copper?
That's his name, Copper.
But why? Any
What,
reason?
honey? He jumped up on my lap and then I started scratching him and he did a little whine. No. That's him.
I hear him.
No. And then here, come here. Come here. Oh, this guy's a big guy. Oh, no, Ivan doesn't want to sit up. That's fine. Ivan just wants to lay on the ground and beg for scratches. I'll give him a couple. Then Copper just came back over. Get out of here, both of you.
What's a cram school?
A cram school.
Zach
Uh,
mentioned a
I bet isn't that like you go there and um
cram
building
school.
where kids go to learn from teachers after school to prepare for tests and such. Oh,
Oh, so
okay.
it's like a post school day prep test prep. Was it free? Probably not.
No, nobody does anything for
We have
free.
what's that called? Kaplan.
Cap, like Gabe Kaplan from Welcome
I
Back,
believe that
Cotter.
is spelled the same way. Yes, Kaplan. Kaplan test.
So Gabe Kaplan was teaching the
I don't know
cram
if
school
I don't think it was really is Kaplan. I don't think Kaplan schools is
with the
really
sweat hogs.
Mr. Carter. Mr.
Mr.
Carter.
Carter,
Ooh,
Mr.
Mr.
Carter.
Carter. Did you ever watch that?
Oh,
Never
Welcome
really
Back,
watched it.
Cotter.
I
I
never
love
really
I
watched
love
it.
Welcome Back, Cotter.
Oh, do you? It never really rung with me. I think it never interested me.
I just yeah, the sweat hogs, baby.
Mr. Carter.
Mr. Carter,
I
Mr.
just
Carter.
remember that guy.
Uh,
Is
there
Kaplan
was
Test Group, is that related to, it's probably not. There's no way.
um, it was obviously you had Horseshack, you had Washington. Trying to remember all
What
the
was
names.
What was John Travolta's character? Vinny
Yeah,
something?
Vinny Barbarino.
Barbarino.
Barbarino, there you go. Yeah.
Barbarino. Yeah.
Um, I always liked when because Gabe Kaplan was a stand-up comedian. That's how he kind of got his start or whatever. And he always had that um he had that little tiny bit between uh like like he was always back home at his apartment or whatever with his wife, and then he would always be making and he'd be cracking wise with you could tell it was like part of his stand-up that he would write. That was like the thing. Like there was all this thing, and then he would make jokes about his family and whatever. I always liked that a little bit.
What's the
Let's
Latino
see.
guy's name? Was he Latino?
Vincent Vinny Barbarino, played by John Travolta. Arnold Dingfelder Horshack, Ron Palillo.
Dingfelder.
Yep. Freddie Percy Boom Boom Washington, played by
Okay.
Lawrence Hilton Jacobs. Juan Luis Pedro Filippo de Huevos Epstein.
De Huevos.
De Huevos Epstein.
He's named after eggs.
I don't know. Played by Robert Heggis. That was the and then Rosalie Hotsy Totsy, played by Deborah Lee Scott. Uh, put
Her
the
name was
she
Hotsy
put
Totsy.
Hotsy Totsy, put the sweat in Sweat Hog.
God, I don't remember
Uh,
what she looked like. What did she look like?
and then let's see here. There's some other like recurring characters, and of course um
Was there a
the
principal too?
vice principal and then later
Vice
principal.
principal.
That was Mr. Woodman, played by John Sylvester White. Gabe Kaplan's still with us. If you had to guess
I,
how old is Gabe Kaplan?
I would
If you had
say
to
he's
guess.
72.
72. Well, you would still be in the running on Price is Right rules. He is 80 years young.
Wow, okay.
Julie Cotter was played by Marcia Strassman. Um,
I like Gabe Kaplan on the World Series of Poker stuff.
yep,
He did
he was
like
good in that.
commentaries.
Uh, Marcia Strassman was played the mom in Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, and then the Honey, I Blew Up the Kids.
Never saw it.
No, yeah,
I saw the Shrunk one.
yeah, but she played the mom.
Okay.
Let's see. Ron Palillo is no longer with us. Horshack, John Travolta, still with us. Uh, Lawrence Hilton Jacobs, played Boom Boom Washington, still with us. Uh, Epstein, no longer with us, unfortunately. And Hotsy Totsy, no longer with us either. So
Yeah.
most of the Sweat Hogs have gone on to the classroom in the
The
sky.
great classroom in the sky.
The great classroom in the sky. Um, if you had to guess, what's the last credit for Lawrence Hilton Jacobs, Boom Boom Washington? When do you think his last
Boom Boom
role
Washington.
role on TV or film?
Not Welcome Back, Connor.
Yeah, not Welcome
Like
Back, Kotter.
Sanford and Son.
Well, yeah, I mean, like he's actually been fairly prolific. He's had little bit roles and things
I'm
like
not
that.
sure. What was he in? I really don't know.
Well, he's actually I'm looking at this, and I mean, I don't know, I have no idea what this is, but apparently there's an American soap opera called A House Divided that's been from 2009, American soap opera from 2019, still going, and he's one of the main characters in it.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so there you go.
Looks like he was also in the Jacksons
Yeah.
and
House
American
Divided follows
Dream.
the direct descendants of Letty Sanders, an enslaved woman who, after arriving in Los Angeles, California, 1821, became the wealthiest black woman in the newly formed city. Centers on the present-day members of the highly esteemed Sanders family: Cameron Sanders, Lawrence Hilton Jacobs has raised his three children, Stephanie, Cameron, and Torrance, in opulent wealth. After the sudden passing of his wife amidst a brewing government investigation, a new woman, Carissa Walker, emerges from the shadows, determined to be the next Mrs. Cameron Sanders. As secrets are uncovered and scandals emerge, the Sanders family will be forced to band together for the sake of their survival or risk the ultimate demise of their long-standing legacy. Huh.
Looks like it ended in 2022.
It said 5 seasons. And according to this, it's 2019 and still going. So,
I mean,
what do you know?
just Google whatever Google tells me.
Well, I mean, season 5 was in 2023, and it
Fifth and
says
final
that,
season announced.
well, I guess it's over then, but it was over in
I guess it's over.
2023. Well,
2020. Yeah.
Boom
All right.
Boom Washington got more work is my whole point.
For sure.
My whole point. What happened to your Cowboys, by the way? Losing to the Bears.
I mean, I have to switch my allegiances this season. I'm basically I'm a Detroit Lions fan on for my dad, and I'm a half or most sometimes a Vikings fan for you, and a Bills fan for Matthew.
Hmm.
And I can never really be an Eagles fan, but I have a friend. I have a friend who's Eagles fan, and we go back and forth. I don't know, man. This season sucks.
It's
A
been
good
a rough
kicker.
season.
We got a good kicker. I guess I could watch this kicker kick a 65 yarder.
If you ever
That's
are you going to
pretty
get up
awesome.
on Sunday morning and watch
Hell
the
no.
Vikings?
Who are they playing?
They're playing the Pittsburgh Steelers in Dublin, Ireland.
No, probably not.
Apparently, I had a couple of friends who went over to watch it there, and there's banners all over the place that said the last time the Vikings landed in Ireland, they literally conquered.
It was in 1066.
Yeah, it was like they said they literally conquered the place. It's like and it's
Right.
like it's like
Returning
good
to the
luck,
homeland.
lads. Is that all it
Returning
said?
to the homeland.
So apparently, because they're called the Vikings, as far as NFL teams go, they are one of the more uh followed teams
And that
in in
international
in international in the EU.
appeals to the East to the
It appeals to the
Europeans.
EU, yeah, a little bit more. I mean, the NFL has been saying that when they expand again, which, is supposed to happen,
How could they expand?
well, they're gonna make another,
Are they going to do like
uh,
another 8 or 30 or teams or
they're
something?
like the idea was restructure the divisions, and then there's no way they can add eight. I mean, that's just impossible.
Because you got to have like at least 16, right? If
Yeah,
you keep the divisions the same.
well, that's just it. So you'd have to, like, if I mean, I guess I'm not in charge of the league, so how do I do it? But I mean, if you think about it, it's like, okay, so if you added
Oh,
you
you could
can't
do 8, couldn't
add
you?
you could add eight and just
Yes, you would
put
have
four
five.
in each conference, but there's
If you
no
had
way
five
you
in
can
each.
there's no way you can do eight because an NFL team is expensive.
Yeah,
It is,
eight new teams seems weird.
yeah, it is too much. So usually when you do expansion, it's two teams. Sometimes they've done four, but it's usually two teams. And then but the problem that when you get two teams is that
Yeah, it misses
it's
all the weeks of all
yeah,
the matchups.
yeah.
I mean,
So it
someone smarter than me can probably figure it out.
Oh, no, no. Have you ever? I read up on how the NFL does the schedule for the upcoming. They're already working on, like, the schedule for, like, 2027 right now because of because they know, like, because you know how it's like the Vikings right now, the NFC North is playing the AFC North. Like, there's one division, so like the Cowboys are in the NFC East, but there's one AFC division they play, and they play all four teams in that division. That's just how it works. And so the Vikings are going to play all four teams in the AFC North. We've played the Bengals, we're playing Pittsburgh, and we're playing Cleveland. And then we play the Ravens like in December. So it's just you get that one division that you play, and then you play like all of your team. You play two games against your division, and then depending upon your record, you get other teams. So if you have a really good record, you play against other teams that have really good records. So which is why like we'll play the Eagles and get our butts handed to us. Stuff like that. The whole point of this whole thing is that the process that they do to try to make those schedules, there's so much that they have to put in, like with the Thursday games, with the Monday night games, with the
Mhm.
games in,
You know, they do
they
like
play.
winter games and stuff, like
Well, they play a
Saturday
game.
games.
Yeah, so they play. There's Saturday games. There's the Thanksgiving games.
Yeah.
There's the Christmas Eve game. There's so there's all these different games all over. So they have to account for travel time and like because you can't play on Monday night and then turn around and play on Thursday. Like they can't do that. So like that's like because you can't get done and then quick fly and go someplace else. So that's why like some teams get lucky and they're like, oh, I have a Thursday night game, and then you get that extra time, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, it's a Monday night game, so they get that extra day, so everybody can rest up and
Yeah.
get um. But anyway, it's so the actual like math they have to do to figure out the whole process for the schedule is it's insanity. I mean, it's just, I mean, and from what I understand, the baseball ones are even more, with the 162 games, it's even more like insanity. It's just you trying to like work out the logistics of all of that. That's why, like, if you follow a baseball team and like when the Twins go off to play California, like we'll end up playing like that'll be like when we also end up playing Oakland and we also end up playing uh Colorado or something like that because they're all on the West Coast and so you don't have to worry so much about the time zones and everything like that. I don't know. It's just crazy how football works. But I did see I saw somebody posted a thing where it was like last year we had Sam Darnold and last year JJ McCarthy got hurt and Sam Darnold came in and saved the season or whatever. Now JJ McCarthy's hurt again, and we have Carson Wentz coming in to save the season. It's Redhead Redemption 2. Because Sam Darnold was horrible, and then he was amazing with us, and then Carson Wentz
Nice, dude.
theoretically, Redhead Redemption 2.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm sort of checking out of the football season, honestly.
If your team doesn't do well,
You
it's
can,
like,
it's easy to check out. Like,
yeah,
I used to watch like every game, and now I'm like, do I even care really? I mean, what are they? 1-2? Yeah, they're 1-2. So, you know, you go down 1-3, your season's probably over. I mean,
yeah.
they could probably turn it. They could turn it around, but usually it's unlikely.
I mean, it's like it's one of those things where it's if like 2-1 and 1-2, it's not that big of a
No,
difference.
that's not a
It
big
does
deal.
no, but in a way, it feels like a big deal, right?
It does.
Because if you lose, you're like, oh, it's 2-2. Well, we just got to win. You just got to win. We'll be okay. But when you're 1-2, it still feels you're looking
Yeah, you
up.
got a mountain to climb.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
a mountain. Believe me, yeah,
Oh, I mean,
football sucks.
and 0-3 is like
Oh God.
it's just you're at the
Yeah, you could
bottom
be a
of the
Saint. You could
you're
be a Saints fan.
yeah
Saints
you're
0-3.
you're at the bottom of the grave and you're still digging down. I mean, it's just like, yeah, I mean, it's a weird it's a weird system. It's a weird thing that and it's I saw somebody post something where it was just I think you might have shown it to me. It was like well, it's
Giants are
that
also at 1-3, by the way.
yeah. It was like, well, it's that time again where I become uh Like
Could be worse. Could be a
irrationally happy or sad, depending upon how well a football team does over the next 3 months,
yeah.
something like that.
You could be in the AFC East to be real in real pain.
Oh yeah.
Dolphins 0-3, Jets 0-3, Patriots 1-2, and the Bills are 3-0.
The the one thing that I always just think is hilarious to me is that um how much I fret. The best thing that ever happened was I convinced my fantasy football league to go to an all play format instead of a head to head format. Because like when you're head to head, you're so worried about like how is that team you're playing against, how well they're doing. But when you do all play, it's just like how good is my team doing? That's all you have to care about. Yeah, every other year when I've been playing, I've been like staring at my phone, looking at it, like the entire time, like literally like watch the Vikings. Okay, it's first and 10, pass for 3 yards. Look at my phone, just like see what my score is, and then yeah. And when we went to all play, I mean now I can just like I literally lock my lineup in and I just I don't have to look at my phone because it doesn't matter. I can just walk away from it and come what may. And I know it's the exact same thing with the other route as well, but it's for whatever reason it just feels way more comfortable this way. I don't know. Doesn't make any sense. All I know is that I have several Chargers and they're playing against the Giants on Sunday, and so I'm going to start every single Charger I possibly can.
You got that much faith in the Giants?
Well, and being horrible, yeah.
Yeah.
The
Are you
Giants
playing? You're
are.
not playing in Dallas. Dallas, but I think Dallas is the third worst defense in the league.
I mean, I don't know.
Because I get these feed things in my Facebook feed, and like I don't know, it sucks. I hate looking at it.
Oh, I know. It's just
You saw there was a I don't know, do you want to talk about this? A sniper in Dallas today. It's not good.
at the ice thing where
Person shot into an ICE van and killed two people and injured one critically.
and they
All
were
detainees, by the way,
and they're all detainees. Yeah,
which
I
is
mean,
like theoretically the bullets say anti-ice on them. Like did you? I don't know. I just can't even comprehend it. They,
I don't
they
want to
killed
dive.
themselves too, by the way. Oh yeah, we don't have to dive
Yeah,
into that.
I
Just
mean,
like
but yeah, I saw that and I was just kind of like, you know, I don't know what I'm supposed to say to that,
yeah,
right?
I
I
don't
mean,
know either.
it's
It
one of those
sucks.
things. Yeah, no, it does. I mean, that's one of those things where that just sucks. I mean, um, and it's but again, it's just everybody wants to race and try to blame somebody instead of just saying,
A disturbed person.
it is an extremely disturbed
Did
person.
you get to see Jimmy Kimmel's monologue?
I mean, I watched part of it. So, I mean, cards on the table. I've never been a huge fan of Jimmy Kimmel. So, I mean, I never ever found him all that funny or all that like, I don't know. I mean, so I saw the YouTube clip and I watched like the first like 5, 6 minutes or so, and I was like,
It was like a 25-minute monologue.
part of me was hoping that he would have just gone hard, like just said, you know what,
It goes
and
pretty
just
hard.
well, I mean, I read the highlights or whatever, and but but no more like like and admittedly he's on network, so he can't really do that. But I mean, if you Jon Stewart on the Daily Show, I mean, he just flat out said, just like he's like, if you're still backing Trump did you see what he said? He's like, if it's like to all you people that are still backing Trump, it's like you are working against what everything that has made America great, and you are a horrible human being. So
Did he
when
say
all
that?
this is over, basically, fuck you, we know who you backed. And it just like it'd be one of those things where it was like, if only Jimmy Kimmel could like just lay it in like that. But obviously you can't because you're on network and not, cable. But
He did have a funny thing where he goes, I got a letter that but it's been given to me to read. And he, pulls it out of his pocket and he unfolds it and he's like, to reinstate your Hulu and
Yeah,
Disney Plus subscriptions, go to go to your computer and log into your TV. Like touche.
yeah,
I canceled mine.
yeah. I saw you said
Yeah,
you told me that.
I did.
Um,
Now it might be renewed because Michelle loves Hulu. I don't think I'm gonna get Disney back though. I think I'm done with Disney. I've not watched anything on Disney in like probably 6 months.
I mean, Andor was like,
I did watch a little. I guess Andor. Sure. Didn't finish Andor 2, but heard it's great.
um,
It just gave me a reason to kind of cancel. It's kind of already teetering there.
it is. Yeah, I mean, I, of course, I know I probably, I tend to buy into some of this, uh, uh, not conspiracy theories, but I always like, I'm always like, I tend to, it's like the whole idea that not saying they did this on purpose or anything like that, but I mean, more people watched that episode of Jimmy Kimmel than has watched an episode of
Yeah,
Jimmy
it was in
Kimmel, and
7 million something watching.
yeah. Um, so it's
Yeah, it was
just
not. It was probably not the intended effect. Did not have the intended effect, I think.
no, I mean it absolutely isn't. And but yeah, no, I mean even escalators don't like him. That's the best part.
Yeah,
You
what
just
happened with the
you
escalator?
did you see that clip?
I did. What did someone turn it off on him?
I love the fact that his wife just started
Oh,
walking
they
up,
glowered. The glowering was like, oh, like if
and
looks could kill.
but then she just walked up, and she was just like,
Yeah, I mean, an escalator is still a staircase.
and then yeah, and did you see that he called for an investigation into that?
No.
Yeah,
Well,
it's
what?
like
Why? Because they had to
uh
walk the stairs. Jesus,
um yeah, I mean just
makes
like
sense.
uh
It'll probably be like an accident. Like someone probably ran into the button on the other end of it.
no, I mean I would
It's like an emergency stop button or something.
somebody did it on purpose.
Think so?
Oh, or God, maybe,
Oh, God.
just like, I
An act
mean,
of God.
yeah,
Stop the elevator escalator
why is that so
for
impossible?
the lulls.
I
Hey,
mean,
Chris Louie.
Oh
Ended at
shit!
AD
Look who showed
72.
up.
look, do you have your top 10 science fiction movies of all time that aren't Star Wars or Star Trek related?
Ooh,
You better
I
start
can.
better
You
start
can put
making your
together now.
list.
You got
Yeah,
time.
better start putting together the list.
You better start making your list.
I got mine.
Uh,
There's
Dark
homework.
City, Event
No, you
Whoa,
can't
whoa,
Horizon.
say
whoa,
them
whoa,
out loud.
whoa,
You
whoa,
can't say them out
whoa.
loud. You got to write them down.
Sure, I can. I break
Don't
all the
say.
rules, Lance. Don't you know who I am?
Yeah, no, no, no. Just how about your former
Dude.
team laying it on thick against the Bengals?
Yeah, they did bring the wood against the Bengals. I was actually in Minnesota this Sunday.
Oh, thanks for
Uh,
looking me up.
Well, so to be fair, I flew out Sunday morning. I had to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning to get to the airport. Flew out, spoke at the Minnesota DFL convention, and then had to wake up at 4 o'clock the next morning to fly back to Orange County. So yeah, I didn't have a lot of time. But yes, the Vikings definitely took it to the Bengals. As what's the guy's name? Orlando Rogers, I think. Dude,
Isaiah Rogers.
Isaiah Rogers, he fucking balled out. Like,
He
that
was
means he's going to do that for the rest of their games, right?
I mean, you'd hope, but I mean, for one for one shining day, he was the greatest player
Yeah,
in the NFL, and
yeah,
nobody
no,
will
I
ever be able
know.
to take. Yeah,
Like,
nobody will ever be able to take it away from him.
sometimes things just click. You're like, yep, I got this.
It is amazing how, I mean, Flores, like his whole thing is that if you're coming up on that guy, he's like, I don't want you making the tackle. I want you punching at that ball. That's like, and you watch everybody in the Vikings when they're coming up, they're already like they're bringing the whole meat hammer that's just
Yeah,
got like just
the hammer punch, right?
yeah.
Right. Yeah, it's well, I mean that's the thing is that like it's that risk reward, right? Where if the risk of losing a tackle here and there is outweighed by when you do punch the ball out and get it back, like it's such a change that that was actually something they would point out in defensive meetings, like even when I was playing, like back when Childress was the coach. I think that was when Tomlin was the defensive coordinator. And yeah, he'd say like, yeah, no, go for the fucking ball. Like, because if we get it out, like that's you have a safety coming in to fill behind you. Like, just try to get the ball out.
Yeah. Um. Uh, they moved Caleb from defensive end to defensive tackle because he was stronger and bigger than the other guy. So, which he said that's fine. He's like, I like playing defensive tackle more anyway. He's like, I have less. All I have to do is just knock that guy on his butt. That's the only thing I got to worry
Right.
about.
The Pat Williams move, just go as fast as you can in 3 yards.
Yes,
Knock someone over.
we always used to laugh. So for those of you who don't know, Pat Williams was a very large human being.
He was rotund.
Well, he was also tall. He was like,
Pat, no, Pat actually wasn't that tall. He was only like 6'2", because he was shorter than I was.
well,
Like he
6'2" is
he
still rather large for
yeah,
most people.
well, okay, yes. To be fair, to compared to the general populace, yes, 6'2" is
Yeah.
large. The the NFL field, that's actually like, especially on
According
the.
to Football Reference, he was 6'3".
I'm pretty sure he had on cleats for that measurement.
And he only weighed 317 pounds.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's not correct.
Yeah, I mean, it's like when I hear that, I'm like, so you're telling me I weigh 7 pounds less than Pat Williams?
Right.
Where is he
He,
putting it? And where am I putting it? You know,
he
just
was pretty sure it was all in his quads and calves, because he was the quickest person I've ever met within a 5 yard span. Like his get off time was amazing.
but we always used to just say like when he would get his like 3 sacks or whatever during the year, like I
Mhm.
mean, but when he'd get the sack, we'd always say our line was like somebody told him that the quarterback stole his sandwich.
Yep.
Just like
Yep.
you got my hot dog. Just what?
Yeah, he was definitely a old school type of player. Like he would give me so much shit in the locker room, and like I'd give it right back to him. I don't think he like it almost threw him for a loop, because he's like, wait a minute, like why is the punter talking shit back to me?
Why would
But
he give you crap just because he wanted to give you crap?
yeah, just because I was a punter. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I'm sure you've played with those guys who are just like, oh, you're the kicker, you don't fucking,
Oh yeah,
what are you doing? Yeah, so
must be nice. You don't have to do anything but just kick the
right,
ball every once in a
exactly.
while.
So, but yeah, no, he was a good dude. Like, it never felt like it was like personal or like malicious. It was more just he was just like he gave everybody crap.
How about the what is it? It took till game 3 before they in Indianapolis had to use their punter.
That's impressive.
They didn't punt until the third quarter of game 3. The punter finally had to go out and make his money.
Yeah, so that's impressive, but at the same time, like as the punter, you're just like, I want to be on the field. Like I want to actually like shake the rust off and like do it when it
Well,
matters.
doesn't the punter normally get, isn't they, aren't they normally the holder?
Yeah,
Almost always.
yes, no, you're almost always the holder, but at the same time, like that's not your main job, right? And there is a distinct difference between punting in the preseason versus like punting in the actual season. And
Yeah.
you really want to make sure you're like dialed in for the actual season.
Yeah. I always I remember when we used to play APA football and we would it's a simulation football game, roll
Mhm.
dice, and when you call your play, the opponent calls their play, you match the plays up, figure out whose cards you get to use, roll the play, and then see what happens. But um I remember there was a thing where it was like I had the 1988 Cincinnati Bengals when they went to the Super Bowl, and Boomer Esiason was just beyond the beyond that year. And but I remember it was like I was like had to line up for a field goal, and there was like you could do like one trick play a game or something like that. And then
Mhm.
I was like, oh, I'm gonna do a fake field goal, like throw it for the first down or whatever. And I remember
Mhm.
it was like I was like, well, who's my holder? Because there's no punter here. We don't have punters. And they're like, well, you can just pick anybody. You can pick Boomer Esiason's your holder. And I was like, sweet. And the guy I was playing was, there's no goddamn way Boomer Esiason would be holding the ball. He
That's
was
funny.
so mad. Oh yeah, and throws it down 80 yards to Eddie Brown. Touchdown.
Yep.
Hmm.
So one of my really good friends growing up, he bought Madden. God, was it like Madden 2005 or 2006 specifically to put me in at quarterback so I could get sacked?
Nice.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not sure that's how the game's supposed to work, but
Look at you. You got crushed again.
yeah, I know, right? I'm I'm pretty sure. So I'm pretty sure I could throw the ball. It's the whole like maneuvering and recognizing routes that I would probably have issues
Yeah. I mean, when I watch Caleb's eighth grade team, it's like, I mean, it's really, really tough. You understand that, like, these are just a bunch of 13 and 14-year-old kids.
with. Mhm.
They know very little.
They know nothing.
They know nothing. And they also, and you're just like, you're like, and you just want to say, just hit them. It's like, because they're so
Mhm.
tentative when it comes to tackling
Right.
too. They don't
They're
want
up so
to,
high and they're like,
yeah. They just they it's like, just go for his legs, get on, and it's just, but yeah. Yeah, you just gotta turn your brain off and just, know to recognize the fact that the kids are having fun. That's all that
Yep.
matters. So
Yeah, no, that's the important thing. Like that was me coaching my kids in soccer, where I'm just like, oh, this is not how the game's supposed to be played, but at the same
yeah.
time, like, you guys need to have fun.
Oh. Um, you get any more trouble recently, Chris?
Not recently, but I might at our next city council meeting because our Huntington Beach City Council, at the special session that they called earlier this week, has created an ad hoc committee to explore the idea of creating a Charlie Kirk memorial mural statue or other art piece to place in Huntington Beach. So I might have some words to say on that at our next regularly scheduled city council meeting.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, it's not great.
Yeah, I could see them just, oh geez, here he comes. Call the cops.
Yeah.
Just on standby.
Yeah.
Uh
Well, so that also being said, at our previous normal city council meeting, which was a week and a half ago, our local Proud Boy, Luke Dennis, decided to say that I was trying to murder city council members, and then also said that one of our trans individuals in the community was also trying to murder people. Like, and we're pretty sure he was drunk when he was giving public comment. But yeah, he also helped out with two of our city council members' campaigns in terms of like he was a volunteer. Like he's been photographed with them. He is working with them. They give him hugs when him and his girlfriend are there at city council meetings. It's just like, what the fuck, man?
Yeah, that's kind of insanity.
Yeah, no, it's not great.
Um, well, da 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 da.
I
The
saw
more,
The Long Walk this weekend.
How's that?
That's a cheery up movie. No, it is a dystopian futuristic movie about. Do you know the premise of it?
I don't.
It's
I
50.
absolutely know what the
You
premise
know it?
is.
Well, it's a
Yeah,
short
well,
story
I read the book, so yeah.
from the 70s.
It was the first.
Bachman books.
It was the first thing Stephen King wrote. He was like 18 or 19 years old.
So apparently they've modified it. It used to be like 100 kids, but now it's 50. 50 kids, all boys, one from each state representing their state, walk the long walk. And there's no end of it. It's basically a last person standing thing. And if they
So it's
win,
it's the Hunger Games.
it's not exactly the Hunger
You have
Games.
to maintain 3 miles per
Yeah,
hour.
yeah, you have to walk at least 3 miles per hour. You get 3 warnings. I mean, this is basically a little bit of spoilers, but
It's
three
Battle
warnings.
Royale.
It's 3 warnings, and then
With third warning, you get your ticket punched.
you get your ticket punched. Yeah, which
Yep.
is it's a yeah
So,
last
so
person standing.
so funny enough, like I would actually like when I used to work out, like I would mentally use that as a motivational tool where I'm like, if I drop below 8 miles an hour, like someone's gonna shoot me.
Oh
So
wow,
like
huh.
I'd be on the treadmill, just going, like, okay, I can't let it drop below, 8 miles an hour.
It's quite a
Like,
harrowing movie.
oh, I bet.
I think they try to. It's got a combination of Stand by Me, because it's all talking, walking and talking, and that's it.
Mhm.
It's a very simple movie.
That the one with Mark Hamill?
Yep.
Mark Hamill is in it. Yeah, I didn't recognize him, and then I saw him in the crowd. I'm like, Mark Hamill's in this. I was like, okay, that made sense after I saw the name of who he played.
So in
But
the
it's an interesting movie.
I without knowing how the movie ends, it would have to have a more definitive ending than the story. While the storyline has a person that wins, like the like the way that the story in the book ends, it is very I don't want to say like anticlimactic, but it is basically um like a moment or whatever that is like not I don't want to say not
Yeah, you should.
definitive,
Yeah, you
but I
shouldn't
want
say
to
anything.
no, I mean, but the book, it just kind of like
Well, the
it.
book is probably the movie, so
Well, I mean, in
I'm not.
like, well, I'm just gonna say the book, the way the book ends, it's like they have a winner, but there's no like big conclusion or anything like that. Is all
Sure,
I'm saying. So
So
yeah,
so what you're saying is Americans are gonna hate it.
probably. I don't know. Seems like it's getting pretty good reviews. I enjoyed it. Michelle was very torn up by it because it's pretty rough.
Oh, I would imagine
I
so if
mean,
it's like
it's
early
50
Stephen
kids.
King dystopia, like
Yeah, and they're basically teenagers. You have to be 18 to join a long walk.
18.
Yeah, there's some things in that movie about being 18. Anyway, I recommend it. I don't know, but it's not a feel good movie. You won't be happy at the end of that movie. You won't be like, oh, what a great movie. I had a great time. It's a rough movie.
Like, oh, now I feel bad. Why did I
Yeah,
watch that? I could have just watched the news or scrolled social media.
yeah.
basically. It's a quick movie. It's only 90 minutes. It's not, but it felt longer because it's like
Mhm.
it's intense.
Yeah, it's I'm trying to convince my kids to watch Sneakers with me.
Oh my God, I love
Like,
Sneakers.
I know, right?
It's one
Like
of my
it's such a good
favorites.
movie.
Yeah, it's so good.
Like
It's
it's
it's really a perfect movie in my mind.
yeah. No, it's
Like
fantastic.
there's so
And
many great little things about that movie.
like and I keep trying to explain to them like, hey, like this is hacking before hacking was a
Hacking was a
thing.
thing.
Like,
Yeah.
so yeah, I'm gonna get them to it like one of these days. It's yeah.
I love sneakers.
So I'm selling my MacBook on Friday, and the
Yeah.
guy wants to meet at a coffee shop. And I'm like, I'm a little nervous about that. I'm selling him for 2,500 bucks. So I'm like,
You get cash on the glass, right?
what's that?
Cash on the table.
Yeah. Make him bring it
every
in like a
pinball-
tiny little briefcase.
Every
Well-
pinball deal I've done in face to face has been okay.
But they can't run with the pinball machine.
Sure, but they can't. I mean, I guess you'll probably be okay.
What I did do is I ordered a
You bought a gun.
in Canada.
He's
it would have to be a
Canadian,
long
Lance.
what I did do is buy a cable lock for it. So I'm gonna attach it to like the table or my chair or something, and
You're gonna attach it to your wrist.
Oh, until
when
you have
get
the
dragged
until
away.
you have
yeah,
the
right.
cash.
Eh? Guys like running down the street with an arm.
Right.
Dragging the table with him.
Yeah.
We'll see if it goes or not. I mean, I'm still not convinced he's gonna show, but whatever.
I mean, the way, I mean, that's one of those things where it's like, when they show up, I mean, it's the way I've ever done that when it's like been like anything that's been of any substantial amount of money, I usually just keep the thing in the trunk of my car, and it's like one of those things where, and usually those people, they show up with somebody as well. Like when I sold all my Warhammer stuff, like for a ton of money, like the guy brought two of his friends with, I mean, which I thought was ridiculous, but I was like, I gave you the address to my house, you know where I live. It's like, how am I going to like, rough you up? And then, well, yeah, where did he live? Well, I know exactly where he lives, officer. But I mean, but the guy, he showed up with, I mean, lots of money and gave me
Well,
all, took all my Warhammer stuff.
I
But I
asked him
mean,
if he was cool if we could meet at the cop shop, and he's like, "Yeah, that's fine." So, but I found out later that that particular police station near my place, near my office, doesn't. It's not actually open to the public.
Oh.
It's just a call center and some other stuff. So, they have parking spots outside that are for safe trade, but I want to go inside to do it. So I'm like, all right, let's go to Tim Hortons. It's fine.
Nothing bad ever happens at Tim Hortons.
Nothing.
It's not like a Waffle House. Like you'll be fine.
What are you drinking, Matt?
Me, fucking Ontario Cabernet. It's not great. It's what
A
they
nice
had at the grocery
Chianti.
store.
Some
It's the job
fava
done.
beans.
Yeah.
A nice Chianti.
Actually, me and Corey and Evan and Daryl went to dinner at QsCon with one of the guys that was there was the guy that owns Big League Chew. And
Damn.
right?
Okay.
League Chew.
I remember eating
They-
those
they
when I
still
was
make
playing
that?
baseball. As a
They
kid.
still, it's huge apparently. They still design, and he designed the game. So they see
Big League Chew.
no, it's all about lobsters.
What?
But
It's not even a
yes,
baseball game?
he got signed by the op. But anyways,
Now he'll make the real money.
Yeah. That's the big
I
money.
completely lost my point. Fuck you all.
Big League Chew lobsters. You went to
No,
dinner, drinking
no,
wine.
Nothing. Oh yeah. So Corey, Mr. Wine Seller extraordinaire. The waitress asked me which wine would you like. I'm like, oh, I don't know. Corey, why don't you pick? Man, was that ever nice? It was a really nice bottle of wine. It was like I can't even remember what it was. I think it was Bordeaux, but fuck, was it ever good? That restaurant, it was good, but they had like steaks and it was $8 an ounce. So for like an 8-ounce fillet, it was $65. They had the 16-ounce Chateaubriand, and it was like 120.
That's probably enough for two people, though.
Depending on the person, I guess. But yeah, I'm like, I'll have the $30 chicken, please.
You could just walk
Oh,
down the street to a liquor
Did
store.
Corey not treat everybody?
No, I wouldn't.
He tends to treat people. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
He didn't do that. Okay.
Although we did go to Dinosaur Barbecue, and man, there was like 8 of us, and me, Daryl, David Gordon, Evan, and me, Daryl, David Gordon, Evan, and somebody else, can't remember, split this fucking family thing, whole chicken, 2 full racks of ribs, a bunch of brisket, 4 sides, and like 8 pieces of cornbread for $100.
Cool.
That
Good deal.
was quite reasonable. Like
For 4 people.
I ate more than I wanted to, and that was like $25. Yeah.
Dinosaur
Yeah,
barbecue.
Yeah, it's like in a New York State thing.
I remember going to BGG Con, and there was what's that smokehouse in
Hard
freaking
8.
yes, Hard 8, yeah.
Hard 8.
Like where they're like, you're gonna order more than you can eat.
Yeah, you always
I was
order
like,
more
no, I'll be fine.
than you want, or you will
And
eat.
yeah, I definitely had leftovers.
I got a
the next
side
day.
dish, and Lance is like, "You fucking rookie."
Yeah, I was like, "Yeah, that cute. That's cute."
No, I remember walking in, I was just like, oh my god, there's so much meats. I need one of everything.
And you have to wait in line like at least 10 minutes. So you
Yeah,
kind of get
Yeah,
enough. You
like
get that.
you smell everything.
You smell
It's
everything.
just like,
It's
god
like,
damn it.
yeah,
you get to the friggin'
it works you up.
trough that they have outside.
Right? It's like,
It- it's-
here's our pit full of meat.
Oh my god, it's like one of those big cold tables, but it's like 6 feet long.
You gotta go on like you get in on Tuesday or whatever, and then you go that night on Tuesday before everybody, because everybody who gets into town, because that's like the place where everybody talks about going there, that goes to, you know,
Yeah.
It's like a $50
I mean,
Uber
honestly, the
ride.
downtown one, like there's better barbecue for downtown from downtown.
Yeah.
I mean,
But it's-
I like
but
Hard
it's-
8. It's perfectly fine.
but you got to get the pork chop
Got to get the pork chop dipped in butter.
dipped in butter. Yep.
Yeah. The
Do
question
you
is,
want do you want the
dipped in
pork
butter?
chop
Answer
dipped
is
in butter?
yes.
Yeah, I want it dipped in
The
butter.
answer is yes.
I was telling
Like a
Scott
heart attack.
yesterday, Air Canada fucking I was set to
Oh yeah, did you
arrive
get
at
it worked out? No,
no.
no,
I was
man.
set to arrive at 2 something, 2:50 or something like that. They just canceled my trip and rescheduled me to get there at 9:30 that night. So I'm gonna miss the whole day. So I'm probably gonna pull it back to getting there at the 9:30 flight on Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Yeah. So
Good
I'll go
idea.
Wednesday.
No,
Yeah.
I agree with that decision.
And if I wanted to go Monday, then I could have gotten there too, but that was a bit excessive, I think.
Hmm.
But
Depends if you want to pre BGG.
yeah, we'll see. We're going to New York
me
at the
know.
end of next month, but
BGG Con's coming up.
yeah.
It's in 3 weeks.
What?
Essen.
Okay, it's not in 3 weeks. Yeah,
No,
Essen.
Essen. By the way, the preview has 800 plus games for sale.
Wow.
So
Wow.
I guess if we're going to do a preview, we probably have to be a 2-parter.
Buku.
That's insanity.
Yeah.
How many of them are actually premiering though?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, it looked like a lot of stuff
200?
from Gen Con.
Yeah.
No, that's gonna be it's a lot. I mean, it's a lot. I filtered it down this morning because I was basically I'm doing a podcast tomorrow about it, and like I have to pick 5 out of 800 games.
I was talking to Connor McGoey today. You guys
We
know
call him
Connor?
Gooey. Yeah,
I am familiar with the Connor.
we know him.
And he's like, "Well, I see you at Essen." I'm like, "No, I'm going to BGG though." And he's like, "Yeah, haven't been. I need to go one day." He says.
Yeah, he should.
I
Although
think
it's the same weekend as PAX, so I suspect.
yeah, he's going to be at PAX, I'm sure. Man, at QsCon, I stopped at Walmart on the way in and got some orange or some tangerines and and clementines, I mean, and bananas and granola bars and stuff, and a case of beer. And the lady at the cash, it's like the self checkout. She's got to come over, and she actually like here they look at me. They're like, "Oh, okay," and they just kind of override for the age thing. She actually carded me. I'm
Hmm.
like, happy to give it to you. And
Did they have to enter a birth date or something? Sometimes they have to enter
no, they
a birth
didn't.
date.
It's just like
Oh,
she just needed to look at it. I don't
oh,
know.
yeah.
They probably have just a thing where they have to card every single
I
person.
guess so. And then it was
Makes it easier.
it was a 12 pack of 4 different types of IPAs, and I didn't realize that 2 of them were Imperials. So I'm drinking one of them one night, and I'm like, wow, this is really strong. I look at it, it was 9.9%, which for you new non-beer drinkers out there,
So
that's a
it's high.
lot.
Yeah,
Yeah. But
that
no, it
is
was a
high.
good con, really good con. I kind of think of it like the mini gathering because there's a lot of industry people there. It's super chill. And Mike runs the whole thing by himself. It's just
Amazing. How
yeah,
many
I mean
people?
500.
500? He runs it by himself?
Yep, he
Wow.
he runs it by himself, but a lot of people do stuff without being organized to do stuff. Like
Sure. It's a friendly con.
yeah, we just help out and stuff like that. Like I brought some baked goods from the shop, and this one girl died. She's amazing. She made this cake, this large slab cake, tiered slab cake that it looked like it was painted, it looked like a wooden table, and there's all these different fondant pieces, board game pieces on it, and it was a game. So you have to like get a piece of paper and write down all the games that are represented on this thing.
Got it.
It was really
Cool.
cool. Like there's some,
That's
she did a really good
interesting.
job.
Is it at a
I got
hotel?
It was at this old hotel, and that part kind of sucked too, because is that it was like a Wyndham hotel. It was like an older one that they bought last year. So last year the hotel was a 2-story, 70-room hotel, and then across the parking, the drive-through or whatever, there was a 6 or 8 floor high-rise kind of building with rooms in it. But all the ballroom stuff was in the other one. Between then and now, they'd sold that building, so that's now apartments, which is fine. But what that meant was all of the parking is now gone for that building too. So I had to park my ass outside and waiting in the parking lot until somebody left. I think I waited for 40 minutes waiting for somebody to leave. Then I didn't move my car for the whole weekend. Like I'll Uber it wherever I need to go. But no, it was good. Ryan Bruns was there, Corey, Daryl. Daryl had this game. It was really cool. It was super fun. It was like a late night. I can't handle anything more than something silly and stupid fun. Um, there's one person who's like the performer or the actor, and then there's 7 actions on the table. Could be like hitting a home run, climbing a tree, walking upstairs, some kind of physical action. And then everybody has cards from 1 to 7. Um, and there's numbers on these actions on the table. And then Daryl, say, because Daryl was the one who was acting, Daryl has this card, this like card he picks up, and it's the 7 numbers in a random order. And he has to like put this glove on, which actually upside down looks like a puppet. So you have the 2 fingers, the feet, and then there's like the arms. So you're kind of like this, and you've got to do things with the puppet in like in his order
So
of
it's
the
a
things.
charades with puppets?
Charades with this puppet, but you like your hand, the way that you have your hand, it's so freaking hard to do it.
Hmm.
But my God, it was hilarious. Like he was hysterical. We were just like laughing our asses off doing this. And
Okay.
everybody has to put their cards in the right order, and then you kind of Daryl would get a point if everybody gets it correct or whatever. It was fun. It's a
Scoring doesn't
prototype.
really matter though at that point, right?
Pardon me.
Like it's the fun part is just doing the thing and then the
Yeah,
scoring,
yeah, yeah, totally,
whatever.
totally. Yeah, it was super good.
Cool.
Mm. So I did my list. I
Yeah.
got you. I
We
saw
got
that.
Yeah, well,
Very
maybe
nice.
Chris put his list together quickly.
No, I'm just chatting with people in the comments.
Ah,
I'm just giving out all my list.
I have a list of 28.
Well, you only get 10.
No, I
So,
know, but
so if this was, you weren't here, but this was the quote that John Stewart said, that I
28.
was alluding to, Scott. Because he only does the Daily Show usually on Mondays, sometimes he does
Yes.
it otherwise. But he said, "I just want to say this to Trump's defenders: you don't have to bend over backwards trying to make Trump's authoritarian power grabs seem like the rule of law. He does not give a fuck anymore. He's saying it straight up. Trump is saying the people like dictators. Trump is saying I hate my opponents and I want them punished. And Trump is saying I'll use all the levers of government at my disposal to accomplish that goal. So you can get on board with that and say I'm with that, or you can join the rest of us and fight like hell for this constitutional republic." Now, he has a little more freedom to say what he can say, but that's like I wish Kimmel had been that angry and said
He kind of says
I'm
that.
just saying, like the normies are starting to get on board. It's
He
like
says
it's
that,
about
Lance.
fucking time.
You should watch the whole thing. Don't read a summary, just
Kimmel,
watch it. It's only
yeah,
like 20 minutes.
don't read a
Kimmel's
summary, says the
monologue was
guy who uses
I
AI
watch it.
summaries for everything.
I do
no,
not.
no, no, no. Kimmel's monologue was actually really good. I
It
watched
is.
the whole thing.
I watched it too. I watched it live. I'm one of the 6 million or whatever it was.
All right.
Yeah, no, it's worth watching. Like it.
Well, like I said, I watched it. I watched like about like 7-8 minutes, and I was just like, okay, this is kind of boring to me. So it's Kimmel, and I'm not a big fan. So I mean, that's
Yeah,
just
well, you just don't care about democracy. We get it.
yeah.
Lance. We
I
get
that's probably it. That's probably it. That's nail on the head.
You just want to reinstitute a system of marauding Vikings raiding their neighbors on the coastline, and
Well, it's the only way to be
yeah,
free.
we understand.
Did you see that? I mean, were you here when I said that? That like in Dublin, there's all these banners up that said the last time the Vikings landed in Ireland, they literally conquered the place. You know, it's like you know, and it's like good luck, lads. You know, it was like, and it's like all these. I guess the Vikings have a huge following in Ireland. So
Interesting.
yeah,
The Minnesota Vikings?
yeah, they're playing first ever game in Ireland. They're taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers and Aaron
I mean,
Rodgers.
if you have to talk about like things that are related to Ireland, like I'm pretty sure Vikings are much more like the normal person can grasp that versus the what the fuck is a Steeler? Like
Mhm.
Well, I remember that when I was a kid, and I was like, "Is that because they steal the ball a lot, Dad?" And he was like, "No, there's a lot of steel foundries in
no,
Pittsburgh."
they're in the steel mills. Like,
Yes, they are forcing 14-year-olds to work with hot metal.
yeah, they they wear large boots. That's why their kickers suck.
Yeah. The I don't know if you've seen that the kicker the Vikings have is like he set the record for points in
Yeah, yeah, record. Like guys, so I like even last year I was like, this dude's motion is really solid. Like if he stays healthy, he's going to be amazing for a long time.
So the reason why he set that record is one, he played for Alabama, and two, he played for 5 years. So like he had a lot of years to
No, that doesn't have anything to do with it. What
well, if
everything
you
that has
if you played for 5 years as opposed to four, you don't have a chance to score more points.
it's not a question of scoring points, it's a question of what your motion is and how the
No,
fundamentals interact
he
with
set the record for the most points in college ever.
Oh, I don't give a shit about that. Like that's
Well, that's
that's
what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. That's why he set the
well,
record.
well, what you're talking about is irrelevant.
Well,
it doesn't matter how many points he scored. What matters is how well will he perform under the lights. And
well, he
from
looks like
everything,
he's 12 years old.
yeah,
If you
no,
see him,
I've seen his mugshot.
it looks like they got some kid off the out of the.
Right?
Hey, can you kick a ball? Yeah, I can give it a try.
I've had a lot of people tell me you look really young, like when I fully shave, and like I got nothing on Will Rickard. Like,
He hit a 62
but
yarder on.
yeah, no, again his, and this is in my professional opinion, his motion is so fundamentally sound. Like so the whole reason why he got that quad injury last year is because like that's how he's generating all his power, and that's how he should be generating his power. He just needs to make sure like he stretches and lifts properly so that way he doesn't do that again. But everything else, like in terms of how he hits the ball and how he approaches it, like he's gonna be really fucking good, like for a long time.
So he um he hit that 62 yarder or whatever. Um, but did you ever see like there was a person I figured who has had the record for a 69-yard field goal made,
Mhm.
and then the YouTube channel like Secret Base did a
Mhm.
whole thing about how that is scientifically the longest anybody can ever hope to kick a field goal because
No,
of
you can kick
just
it
no no
farther.
just let me finish my story. Let me finish my story. They did this whole video about why, and and Secret Base is not like a tiny
Yeah,
little
no,
thing.
I know who Secret Base is. Like they're fantastic.
Yeah. And so they did a huge giant thing about it. Like that is fundamentally because of the way human bodies are made, the way the footballs are made, the way footballs work in aerodynamics. A 69-yard field goal is absolutely scientifically the longest a field goal will ever be made in the NFL. And then in the preseason,
Incorrect.
and then in the preseason, somebody hit a 70-yarder.
Yep, it's incorrect. It's I would say if I had to eyeball it, probably a 73 or 74 yarder would be the absolute maximum like human limit of how far you could hit a ball in a live game situation, because at that distance you have to drive it so hard that the approach angle is so low that like if anyone gets their hand up they have a chance of blocking.
But you have a real good chance of shattering that person's hand.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, absolutely. So when I was a freshman playing high school football, I literally broke a kid's arm who tried like he went up over the top to block a PAT and like his arm snapped backwards and the ball still went through the uprights because I hit it so hard that it was like, yeah, sorry.
You weren't sorry.
No, I wasn't.
You're already
Like
you were laughing
I,
while you told the story. So
my mindset was that'll teach you to try to block one of my kicks. But then again, I'm a terrible person at heart.
yeah. Well, I think I still think there's like possibly one more person showing up, but so I'm gonna ask before I do initials, I'm going to ask Matthew, what was the best game you played at QSCon?
When I go to cons, I don't play a whole lot of games. However, it was probably a prototype by David Abelson, and
What a
it was
boring result to
it
this
was
question.
all about
The base?
doing setting a land speed record on the Utah Salt Flats. So you have your car and it plays you do two runs, and you basically have a grid of cards in front of you, and they have circles on them with numbers, and when you you basically, I can't remember exactly what you did to get these the tokens to cover the circles up, but as you do things through it, as the this timer ticks down, you place circles over top of these numbers, and then when it's done, you count up all the number of circles you've covered, and that's your speed for the round. And then between rounds, you can make improvements to your engine and your car and stuff, which opens up more numbers, and you can cover more numbers for tokens, and and then the second run you can go higher. It was really neat. It was a really neat kind of thinky little puzzle game. It was super fun.
You should sign it and publish it.
It's already been signed.
Well, you should publish it.
I don't want to make games.
No one
Games
wants
are-
to make games these days.
Games are the worst.
I'm happy to help people make
Fucking
games, but I'm not
suck.
gonna. It's just yeah, I don't have the brain for that. I did teach a 4-hour game of Luthier though.
Ugh.
I played Luthier.
Yeah, did you like it?
Yeah, I did. I wish it wasn't so long. It is a
Yeah.
bit of a longer game.
Play again, and it'll be like almost just over half as long.
You think so?
Mhm.
I don't know. You don't know my group.
Yeah.
So
So I was gonna teach a bunch of people to play. It was David was one of them, and a few other people, and and there was like no tables, but there was this one table in the middle of everything with just bags on it. And I'm like, I asked everybody around, like, is this your bag? Is this your bag? Is this your bag? Nope, nobody. So I chucked it off the table. I moved over to the wall, and Shannon helped me, and so I started setting up, and I'm like literally almost all set up, and this guy walks by, and he's like, I hope you have fun. And I'm like, I didn't understand what was happening at the time. So I'm like, oh, thanks, man. Yeah, it's a really fun game. But he was like, actually, that was one of his bags. One of the bags on the tables was his. He's like, we were just over there looking for stuff that we could buy, and then we left our bags on the table, and we come back and you've taken it. I hope you have fun playing that game. I'm like, thanks.
mm.
So you didn't offer to like give
So
table
this is a
back?
con where not everybody is a friend.
No,
A friend.
no.
Yeah.
And it's like I thought to myself, picture yourself at Gen Con. Would
You
you
can't
leave your
reserve a
shit on the
table.
table and just walk away?
No.
Why would you do it here then?
Seems
I'm
like
gonna
they
say
could.
things that seemingly like never seem to happen to me.
Is
I
it
wish
a
somebody
she
would
when
say
you wouldn't
something
say
like that
anything?
to me.
Yeah.
Just like, excuse me, what? No, actually, you know what? I mean, in all honesty, I would have been the better person, and I would have said, "I'm so sorry. Here, you can have the table." But that's just me,
Yeah.
I guess.
After
I
you're
don't
setting
know.
up
Well,
I
30-minute
I
plus
would-
setup for
over-
that game.
I would
It was-
absolutely be one of those things where it's like I had no idea. I mean, like there wasn't a sign on it. There's like they put the bags underneath the table, or they were sitting on top of the table.
on top.
Oh, I don't know.
If there was a game, like I would have even just opened up a game and just fucking laid it out, and that's like clear sign. But honestly, the exchange was done before I even realized what the fuck was going on.
That's kind of the correct thing to do is to come over and say, "Hey, we left our bags on the table so we could go pick out a game and come back and play." And
Yeah, had he said that, I would have been like, "Oh shit, well, let me pack this up and we'll find somewhere else to play." Sorry about that.
so he came in swinging, and
Totally
yeah, all right. And I'd be like,
swinging, and I'm like, and he had he said something like, "That was our table, motherfucker," or something like that, then I would have understood from the jump what was going on. But he's like, "Yeah, have fun." I'm like, I took him in earnest. Thank you. All right, thanks so much.
Yeah, why would you think
"Oh,
of
that probably spun him even harder."
I'm sure it did. I'm
I
sure.
mean, if I thought that you were like doing it to be to steal my thing, and you're like, and I thought you knew, and I came over and I was all like, "Hey, hope you have a good time," and your response to me was, "Thanks a lot, I appreciate it, I will." I'd be like, I'm gonna murder you."
It reminds me of last night. Some idiot on the Canadian equivalent of Craigslist called Kijiji email or messages me about my laptop. He's like, $3,000? Are you serious? Is this for real? I'm like, how do you respond to that? I said, yeah.
You
Yeah,
should
it's
respond with,
it's
no,
for
that's not for
reals.
real. It's $4,000.
Yeah. He's like, I could buy 2 laptops for that. And I said to him, well, it sounds like you have your solution then.
Yeah, like go
Right?
for it.
Yeah, enjoy your 2 laptops.
Oh, nice
Yep.
background, Scott.
What's my background?
No, Demare.
Oh, the other Scott.
Yep.
Hey, Scott.
Um,
It's time to light the lights.
it is. All right, Scott, you just made it in time for initials.
Kermit the Frog here.
Can you give me a 1 minute?
Oh
I,
my
I should have I
God.
should have taken care of business. I'll be right back.
My character in Daggerheart was a ribbit, which is like a frog person. And I,
Mhm.
I totally did the Kermit voice for him.
Well, you have to.
You have to.
I
Kermit the Frog here.
Yeah,
I'm
we
Patrick
finally
Mahomes.
I'm excited. We put my D&D campaign on hiatus because the next time we meet will be in October. So we're going right into Delta Green. So for doing horror for the month of October. I like it
Scott, I can't tell what that actually says because
because
Your
it's in
window is
English.
too small.
It says Free
No.
Palestine.
Oh, okay. Yes, absolutely.
Did you see the quote from the one guy who said we need to starve the ones to death that we can't kill with bullets?
That sounds like a Nazi quote.
I forget who it was, but it was some person, within the
Some Nazi.
no, it was well, I mean, it was an Israel person,
Yeah,
but
yeah. You don't get a get out of jail free card just because genocide was committed on you earlier. Like never again means never again.
yeah, it's well, never again to us is what they meant.
Yeah, right. And here's where Lance's show cannot be put on YouTube.
Yeah. You will not be playing in 3 markets, Lance. I'm sorry.
Oh well,
Right?
my tens. August 28th, Israel minister boasts those in Gaza who don't die by bullets will starve.
Yep, that's genocide. That's a war crime. It is very clearly stated as such.
Yeah. Israel Finance Minister Bezalel Smotrich.
Yeah, it's well, and it fucking sucks so much because it's like, yes, Israel deserves a place to like for people to live. Palestine deserves a place for people to live. But when you engage in genocidal activity, like everyone needs to call that out because otherwise we're just letting it happen. And yeah, I wish people were better. It would make the world a better place.
Yeah, well, wish in one
Yeah,
hand,
shit in the other.
crap in the other.
See which fills up first.
See which one piles up faster.
Yep.
I've been I've been hoping for the the goodness in men's hearts to shine through in this age of maybe we lost Scott Demers. In this age of um hatred and negativity, and it just somehow hasn't happened.
Yeah. So I think we need to update the saying of, the arc of history bends towards justice. Like I think we need to update that with the arc of history bends towards justice, but sometimes you got to give that motherfucker a yank. Like we got to get it back on track.
I'm back. Sorry.
You're fine. The wealthiest person in the world, Elon Musk, owns X. The second wealthiest person in the world, Larry Ellison, owns Paramount, including CBS, and will now possibly be taking over TikTok and CNN.
Yep.
Jeff
Yep.
Bezos owns the Washington Post and Twitch. Mark Zuckerberg owns both Facebook and Instagram.
Yeah.
The top 5 richest men in the world are all media owners or executives. When we talk about oligarchy in America, it's not only income and wealth inequality, it's control over the media and what the American people are able to see, hear, and read.
That's why fonts are not trademarkable or copyrightable. I don't know if you guys know that. Because back in the day, that was perceived as if you bought all the typefaces, you could control what people read.
Mm-hmm.
So there's got to be a modern equivalent for that, right?
Yep.
Mm,
So my plan, which I have actually been speaking about at Dem Clubs, is we have a minimum wage. Why don't we have a maximum wage? And why is that not tied to the minimum wage? So as a CEO, you can make 50 times your lowest employee's annual earnings, but anything past that, well, the state's going to take that and use that to take care of people that you don't give a fuck about. Because we have empirical evidence that you do not give a fuck about anyone who doesn't have money.
I dig it.
So,
Hey, on a total side note, before we start initials, did you guys see that the post going around where an anagram of Donald Trump is Lord Dampnut?
Lord Dampnut? Nice.
Lord Dampnut. So guess what? I haven't, Cheeto Jesus has been my go-to, but I think we're gonna go with Lord Dampnut because that would offend him more.
yeah, I just go with Dan Savage as that fucking guy.
Oh, that's pretty good too. Right. Yep,
Kind of sums it up.
I'm on board. All right, what are our initials?
Well, we gotta wait for Scott.
I'm here.
He's back.
Oh,
Pay attention. It's your show.
all right.
Are
Here
you
we go.
not seeing the same screen we are?
No, I was texting my beloved and
Your
Yes.
beloved.
my betrothed, my
I don't think
my,
betrothed is right either.
no, my
Chris, help him out.
my wife,
Your
Got it.
significant
partner.
other.
Right. Better half.
my long suffering partner.
There we go.
The missing
You've
half of
arrived
your
at.
heart.
It's arrived at. What is this, like Dragonheart? Is that what we are? Is that?
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
All right, here we go. The initials are WC. And just so
Water
you
closet.
know, just don't shut up. And just so you know, my beloved also helped me out with some of these. So if you don't like them, all the ones that you don't like, he suggested.
Wow.
Holy
No.
bus throwing under.
Right?
Clue number one of item number one. Often seen in the evening. Clue number two. Has connections to NASA.
NASA or Nassau?
NASA.
NASA.
NASA. Clue number three. Is also connected to the Beatles. Clue number four. And that's the way it is.
Scott,
Go for it.
Walter Cronkite.
Walter Cronkite.
It's not a
Most-
K?
Nope.
No.
Nope, it's a C.
The most trusted man in America.
It's on a
Yes.
beach.
Not currently.
Speaking of the freedom of
Nope.
speech and what have you.
We could really use a Walter Cronkite right now.
Number one. When Dan Rather was upset with like a thing and the like 3 minutes of dead air when it went out, they asked Walter Cronkite what he would have done. This is when Dan Rather was like, well,
Yeah.
Dan Rather. He said, I would have fired him that day. You know, just like because like he was mad because like he had the wrong tie or something like that, and he just wasn't going to go on air. He was like throwing a hissy fit or something. He said, I would have fired him that day. Clue number one. For item number two. This was first televised in 1954. Number two. Features cards.
Cards.
That's what I said.
Well, I was just making sure I heard what you said.
Clue number three. the first mascot was named Willie?
Scott,
Go
Aldi.
for it.
World Cup.
World Cup.
Hmm.
Damn it! I'm thinking
Mr.
of
Soccer with the whiff.
that. I thought the World Cup was earlier than that, though.
It was first televised in 1954, but it was earlier.
Oh yeah, fair. That's
Item number 3, clue number 1. Named his mansion Ursa Major. I did not know that when I was researching these things. Clue number 2. Often seen in purple. Clue number 3. Has a connection to Conan.
Scott,
Go for it, Scott.
Wilt Chamberlain.
Wilt Chamberlain, who played
fucking Scott.
Mumbasa in
Jesus.
Conan the Destroyer.
On fire, Mister.
I know.
God.
I know. I'm using everything I got tonight, blowing it all.
I'm just gonna go get another drink.
Yeah, right.
Apparently, I'm out of my element.
Hold on. I have to say this. Suck it, Cluey.
Shuck it long and shuck it hard.
Here we go. Item number 4, clue number 1, is a 2015 Jason Statham movie. Remember when like Jason Statham could like do no wrong for like 4 movies, and then
Yeah.
he just
And then it was just bombs.
and then he was in the Meg.
Yeah, but
And-
then he made The Beekeeper, which I mean redeemed a lot.
I enjoyed that movie.
I know, I enjoyed it too. I want to hire Jason Statham to be the beekeeper.
Yeah, right.
Clue number 2. This is often connected to the number 2. Clue number 3. Sometimes describes a reckless or mysterious person.
Matt,
Scott,
Matthew.
wild card.
Wild card. You know, you play when you play poker. 2s are wild.
Never saw. Don't play. But the last clue did it for me.
Just amazing.
I had a Charlie Day quote in there. You know, wild card, baby.
Who's that?
And Charlie Day, and
Always
It's
Sunny.
Always Sunny.
Oh, Charlie
Yeah.
Day. Oh yeah, I never watched that.
And he's like, like, wait, the brakes aren't working. I'm the wild card, baby. And he jumps out of the car. Good show.
Good
Clue
show.
number 1.
Pretty good show.
Can be seen at Disney World. Clue number 2. This was founded September 13th, 1921.
That narrows it down. Thanks.
Clue number 3. This appears in Game of Thrones. Clue number 4. Can be seen all across Europe.
Matt,
Go for it.
White Castle.
White Castle is correct. Well done.
Wow.
what's the White Castle in Game of Thrones?
What?
I mean, just they have the Eyrie or whatever is also known as the White Castle. So
I don't believe that's true, but okay.
Which White
Yeah,
Castle
that's
would be
obscure.
in Disney World?
when you
the
walk in,
literal
you see
castle.
the giant White Castle.
I don't
Yeah.
remember it really being white. Is it
It's
just white?
silver. No, it's
Yeah, it's
silver.
white with blue
I'm
top.
just kidding.
I
Yep.
think.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
definitely white.
I mean, I'm not like mad about the question, but it seems a little
Sounds like you are. But that was my
little
wife.
stretches.
You can send all complaints to Rebecca.
Mhm.
Aldi, just so you know, Walt was definitely white.
Hey, he had the Song of the South.
Yeah, I'm not sure you're really selling
Those-
him there.
Not helping your point there.
Those people, I mean, they just have so much rhythm. Anyway,
Stop while you're behind.
yes.
Isn't it called Cinderella's Castle? Do they call it the White Castle in Disney World?
No, it's the magic.
But it's
A
you
White
see
Castle
it's a
has
White
seen in Disney
Castle.
World.
Yes.
Yeah, sure. It's not called the White Castle. It's called Cinderella's Castle.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Clue number
Just
6.
checking.
Item number 6, clue number 1. Deals with the function of dreams. Clue number 2. Has a connection to Johnny Depp. Clue number 3. Died in 2015. Clue number 4. Connected to stabbings. Clue number 5. Has been called the master of horror.
Scott,
Scott Demers.
Wes Craven.
Wes Craven. A young Johnny Depp was in the first
Yep.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yep.
He
Who cares what they have to say? Why are you listening? Why are you watching the Miss America pageant with the sound off? Who cares what they have to say?
Clue number 1. Its logo briefly appeared on a TV screen in Back to the Future 2. Nobody? Okay. Clue number 2. This debuted May 2nd, 1982.
You give fucking dates like that's gonna mean anything.
It gives you a, if you're on the trail, maybe.
Or maybe not.
I was 1 year old.
Clue
I
number
was
3.
not. Shut the hell up, Louie.
Clue number 3. In 2013, their slogan was, "It's amazing out there." Clue number 4. Its logo is blue.
Matt,
Matthew.
Weather Channel?
Weather Channel is correct. The Weather Channel. I want to know the age you get to where you just watch the Weather Channel. I've known people that just have it on.
I can tell you this: it's not 58.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
52 either.
Why would you ever do that? You
I
gotta
just know
really be in the world that we live in with all the amounts of entertainment. I don't think so. I mean, I could see that like maybe 30 years ago, 40 years ago.
I knew somebody whose mom would sit there and watch it constantly,
Okay, well,
just to see what the
Oh.
weather was like in other areas of the
It's
town.
coming up a bad cloud in Toledo.
Well, and they riff on it on American Dad, where like when Steve gets unnaturally old all of a sudden, and he's just like, and he's in there watching it, and he's like, well, 28 in Michigan, not with these old bones.
I mean, I feel like that's kind of the golf channel, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Lot of truth there.
Ugh. Golf. Clue number 1. I guess if I was good at golf, I'd probably care more. But clue number
no
1.
one's good at golf.
Has been controversial and has been challenged. Clue number 2.
Good game.
Has a connection to a man named Earl. Number 3. This began on November 29th, 1963.
I'm gonna say Chris.
Chris.
Women's
5.
contraception
Ah.
is worth a shot.
You know,
what's the
Cleopatra.
difference?
Scott,
Yes, Scott Demers.
workers' comp.
Ah.
Okay.
Mm, I
Cleopatra,
like where you're at.
Cleopatra reportedly used like attempted to use like citrus or something for contraception. So
There's been lots of cures over the years.
clue number 4. Turned in a final report that was 888 pages long.
Oh, get the son of a. Grr.
Clue number 5.
Grr.
Oh,
This was it. Aldi.
the Warren Commission. Warren
Yes.
Commission.
Warren
Of course it
Commission
is.
is
What is
correct.
that?
Yeah, that's an American.
Assassination
That-
of JFK.
The investigation into the assassination of John F. Kennedy.
Gerald R. Ford was a member. God, that makes me angry.
Yeah.
See, I threw you off the trail with human rights.
You
And actually,
How dare you
I-
mislead me by talking about humanity?
right?
You know, I don't have anything positive to say about George Herbert Walker Bush, but when after being the head of the CIA for years and then being the vice president for 8 years and then the president for 4 years, was there anything that guy didn't have access to? He
No.
died with so much knowledge of all like the weird, duplicitous, horrible, crushing shit that this country has been involved in. If anybody knew where the aliens were, it was him.
There's no aliens.
Well, if anybody knew
That's
where the
no
aliens
one knows.
are.
Yeah,
No
but
one
there are.
knows because there's
Yeah.
no aliens.
Right.
Did you
You'll-
watch
you'll-
that storming Area 51 thing?
So stupid.
It was hilarious. Oh my god.
We'll come back to this,
So
Chris.
I actually know the guy who produced that because one of my friends, like somehow he got to know that guy. He's like, hey, do you want to do a 48-hour film challenge in Nevada with the guy who did the storming Area 51? I was like, yeah, sure, I could be the writer. It was,
Oh, that's good.
yeah. Yeah. He hit gold on that one. I'm not sure about anything else.
Yeah.
Clue number 1. This was founded in 1974. Clue number 2. Frequently utilizes stars in its logo. Clue number 3. This is connected to an eagle. Clue number 4. This is often seen in the phone booth.
Where are their phone booths these days?
Clue
Yeah,
number
so we
5.
don't.
Connected to the colors red, white, and blue. Final clue. This is a professional hockey team in
Matt.
the NHL's Matthew
Washington Capitals.
Washington Capitals. They play in the phone booth. That's what they call the arena that they play in. As you should know.
Not even a hockey.
Boo!
I'd say that clue threw me off just a bit.
Yeah.
Clue 1. Sometimes these are seen dancing. Clue number 2. These often cause trouble. Clue number 3. These are known for deception.
Chris,
Go for
Wild Children.
it.
Damn it. But it fits.
Clue number 4. This is usually an attempt at obtaining free food or alcohol. Clue number 5. These usually only attend the reception.
Matt,
Matthew.
Whoa,
Wedding.
tape.
Whoa,
Go to the
whoa, whoa,
tape.
whoa, 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 go to the tape.
Go to the tape. I feel it was pretty close.
All right,
It
going
was
to the tape.
simultaneous
Probably
on.
gonna
I heard myself first, but I trust you.
You always hear yourself first.
You do, yeah.
I heard myself first too.
I heard it simultaneously.
I heard Simon, but
Matt was first.
Wedding Crashers.
Wedding Crashers. I just rewatched that movie like a few months ago.
Also known as Wild Children. Why didn't I get the point?
I agree.
I concur.
Well,
funerals.
if the NFL can cheat for the New Orleans Saints.
Right.
Thank you.
Give me my point.
Clue number 1. This was popularized in the 16th century.
What? You think I'd know it? I'm the only one of us that was alive then.
Clue number 2. Formerly included the word snow. Clue number 3. This utilizes mechanical aeration.
Chris,
Christopher.
Winter Chalet.
You one percenters and your winter chalets.
Every single one of your clues was pointing to that.
Clue number 4. This was famously seen in 1999's Varsity Blues.
Aldi.
Scott Alden.
That'd be whipped cream.
That would be whipped cream.
Whipped cream.
I don't know.
Ooh.
Hey, Chris,
Ooh.
argue that you deserve the point for Winter Chalet. I want to hear this argument.
Right? All the clues fit.
Are you just thinking of like random words that have W and C in it? Is that
Yeah, pretty much.
He's channeling a little Forrest.
Why don't you take the rest of the game off and come up with your list of movies?
Mhm.
No, I don't want to do that either.
It's too good.
There you go. We have
If-
3 left. We
If
have 3
any of
left.
you
Scott,
name, yep. Go ahead. Sorry.
Aldi, if you run the table, you tie Matt.
Wow.
Scott, you're down by 1 to Matt's 5.
Wow.
So you need at least 2 of the last 3, and you need Matt to not get any.
I'm
Chris,
sorry. I disagree with that scoring. I think I actually have 5, but go on.
Chris, you're playing for pride.
As I always do as a
Yes.
Viking.
Yes, of course. Hey, I actually have a question, something foosball related that I wanted to ask you. But here we go. Clue number 1. In a 2014 episode, this is the name of a 2014 episode of the science fiction anthology series Black Mirror. Fantastic show, by the way. Clue number 2. This is the name of a 1940. Clue number 2. This is the name of a 1954 film. Clue number 3. The songwriter's last name is the capital of a European country.
Think. How can I know that but not know? Oh, wait. Go
Clue
on.
number 4. There have been over 500 different versions of this
Scott.
recorded. Scott Demers.
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas.
So I'm dreaming of
No, White Christmas.
Tie game. It's a tie game. Scott, you are out of the running, but you can king make. Chris,
Yeah.
you're playing for pride.
Gladly.
Clue number 1. Almost always lost and was humiliated. Clue number 2. Made their first appearance in 1949. Clue number 3. Defied death repeatedly.
Aldi.
Go for it.
Wile E. Coyote.
Wile E. Coyote.
That's awesome.
Super genius. Yes. Gravity was his arch enemy.
Yes.
So, well, I've told
he
I've told the
defied
story
it pretty
before.
well.
I've told the story before, but if you see very early Wile E. Coyote episodes, when he falls and he hits the ground, he makes a thunderous hit. But there was one time when like the guy who was doing the audio and like doing whatever like forgot to turn the volume up and he was listening on his headphones and like that little like thing like and he just started laughing like crazy like insanely crazy like shaking, and Chuck Jones said, "What's so funny?" He's like, "I forgot to turn the volume up for this. I got to go back and fix it." And he said, "No, from now on do that, because if that made you
Yep.
laugh that hard, we need to leave it in." So after that it was it just
So no joke, like that is a legit means of figuring out if something's funny or not. Like when I wrote the Deadspin letter that went super viral, like I was laughing. like when I read the shit that I wrote, I'm like, oh yeah, no, I need to send this shit off. Like
either it was funny or you're very arrogant, or both.
What was the Deadspin letter?
why not both?
Yeah, why
they
not
won't-
both?
They
It's
they
it's
won't
what it's why he didn't get to punt anymore.
they won't magically turn you into a lustful cock monster.
Yes. It was his open letter.
Oh, that was
to-
your open letter to the NFL.
Yeah. It was, and like seriously, I was sitting in bed like writing this thing, like giggling to myself as I came up with the lines. It's as an internet troll, I was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure this is gonna make some people laugh if it's making me laugh.
We have Matt with 5, Scott with 5, Aldi with 3, Chris with nothing. But I
Well,
know
yeah,
his
'cause you
microphone.
suck.
I'm still laughing about
And I know.
Winter Chalet. Nope.
Yeah, Chalet. It was beautiful.
The answer is
Well, no,
whipped cream.
and that's a clever. I wish I had thought of Winter Chalet, because like that's an uncharacteristic sea, right?
Right?
It is. It's hidden.
I'm
out there,
surrounded
so-
by peasants.
But here we go, and here is the. So it's all on the line basically. If Matt or Scott Demers get that, they win the whole thing. Otherwise, they have to tie. They have to
I
horribly
don't
tie.
care. I don't care. I got
Here we-
5. That's a victory for me, regardless.
Yeah, likewise.
Spoken like a real Vikings fan. Hey, we got 14
You know
wins.
what,
Anything
Scott,
after
let's
this?
just-
We got.
Scott, let's just not hear the last one. We'll just
Yeah, exactly.
Clue,
Yeah. Hey, we
conclusion.
beat the Packers twice. That's why.
I'm just
Super
gonna
Bowl.
go right. I'm just gonna go with right. Chris Cluey is my
Yep.
punter, please.
Right?
I mean,
We pinned them inside the 5 3 times. We won that game.
I did my job. All right, here we go. Clue number 1. They appeared in the Academy Award winning film for Best Picture in 2011.
Aldi.
Scott Alden.
Oh, yeah, that's wrong. Wesley Crusher.
Nice. I didn't
I
even think
jumped.
of
I
that.
Yeah. It's not the right thing, but
You jumped the gun, but that's fine. I
jumped
like
the
it. I
gun.
like when people take swings. Clue number two. They appeared in a 2009 Quentin Tarantino film. Clue number three. Iron Maiden would include their words in live versions of the song Aces High. Love me some Iron Maiden.
I concede to Matt. Just kidding.
Clue number four. They are connected to the Netflix series The Crown.
Matt,
Matthew.
Winston Churchill.
Winston the Bulldog Churchill is correct.
You kept saying
That-
they.
Yeah, to throw you off. If I said he,
Yeah, that's unfair.
Yeah.
Give me the clues again, because they don't make sense to me.
Yeah.
appeared in the Academy Award winning film for Best Picture in 2011.
What was
His
that?
character. And then appeared in the 2009 Quentin Tarantino film. That was the King's Speech in 2011.
Yeah.
You
And
know
then-
you know what? You want to hear the funny thing? I literally have been sitting here all night going, "Fucking Winston Churchill is going to be one of the answers."
And you just
And then
drop it.
and then he drops those stupid ass clues where he says a they. So I'm thinking, okay, I'm going down the band route or something like that.
You know, I fool with that to like, you know,
Nope, I don't know that. My whole game's under protest.
well, White Castle, Cinderella's Castle, same thing.
Yeah, Winter
All up-
Chalet.
you know
We
what?
would know.
You can
Chalet.
send all
It was a good game.
complaints
Winter Chalet is very
to
similar to Whipped
my
Cream.
beloved wife.
It's okay.
Um,
I'm surprised actually that you didn't do one that was the Washington Commanders.
Ooh, good. That'd be a good one.
There were quite a few. I thought for sure he's going to drop a Willow Creek reference. I thought
What's
Well, when you said
the movie
always
or
lose,
TV
I'm like,
show or something.
who was the team that played the Harlem Globetrotters all the time? It was like Washington.
The
something
Generals.
Washington Generals.
It was the
last,
Generals, right?
The last time they won a game was like I remember it was like something like, and then it was like in the 80s where they actually like won before like they really before they really became just a cartoon, you know, instead of like, you know, like basically professional wrestling.
It was a show instead of a competition.
Yeah, they were booed. People were screaming mad, like booing them off of the
Because they
the
won.
court because they won.
Yeah, because the underdog won.
Because the generals like tried yeah, okay, they were like, yeah, we're the butt of the jokes or whatever, but they were also just like always, you know, like they tried to win, right? You know, and it was just like, you know, they didn't be like, oh, you know, hey, I'm spinning the ball. Yeah, just give me that. You know, just like, yeah. So, but yeah, when they, you know, when they finally when they won, they were like screamed off the board.
Yeah. Huh.
But but I've heard that the people that the people that like get to play on it, they get paid pretty well just to basically go out there and you know, do
I
anything.
watched a movie. It was like a theatrical movie about the Harlem Globetrotters. What was that?
Well, I mean, it's a show. Like you're going there to be entertained.
Yeah.
Like it's not.
Wasn't there a cartoon?
Yeah, January 5th, 1971, they won 100 to 99 in overtime.
Squeaked it out.
Gosh, if you went to that Harlem Globetrotters game, you'd be disappointed, right?
It's like playing they in Martin, Tennessee, ending their 2,495 game losing streak.
It was
The captain of the team, Sam Klotz, said credits the overtime win to guard named Eddie Mahar, who was the team captain. Harlem's captain Curly Neal was hurt and did not play in the game. While the Globetrotters were entertaining the crowd that day, they lost track of the game and the score. They found themselves down 12 with 2 minutes left to go. Forced to play normal basketball, the Globetrotters rallied but could not recover. The Generals secured their victory when the 50-year-old Klotz hit the winning basket with seconds left. Then Meadowlark Lemon missed a shot that would have given the game back to the
Jesus.
Globetrotters. The timekeeper tried to stop the clock but could not. When the final buzzer sounded, the crowd was dumbfounded, disappointed, screaming at the fans, screaming at the team.
Like, can you imagine playing basketball at 50 years old?
Yeah. Klotz described the fans' reactions as they looked at us like we had killed Santa Claus right in front of them. Children were crying in the stands.
I bet.
We ran. It's like we ran into the locker room and doused ourselves with orange soda instead of champagne because we didn't have any. Meadowlark Lemon came into our thing and screamed at us, saying, "You lost. I didn't lose." But these.
It was a movie called Sweetwater in 2023. But the first African American NBA player, but he started on the Harlem Globetrotters. It was a good movie.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
All right.
recommend it.
Top 10 science fiction movies of all time. Our own personal lists. I have tons of honorable mentions.
Oh yeah, me too.
So
My family just got home.
Wait,
so
honorable mentions are allowed.
I have to go.
no, we don't. But I have a feeling that people
Oh,
are
yeah,
going
we
to
all
mention.
have tons. I mean, there's a million.
But I'm sure
Oh,
people are going to mention honorable mentions, and I'm just going to say yes. That was
Give
one
us
of
your
my
list,
honorable
Matt, in
mentions.
the chat.
I'm not leaving.
Yeah.
I'm saying
Oh,
bye.
I thought you were leaving.
No,
I thought you were
I'm
waving.
leaving.
Oh,
Please
Chris.
don't get arrested next week.
Yeah,
Or
right.
get arrested.
Do my best. I can't get arrested until December. that's
do
that's
the
what
hard
my
thing.
Okay, so really, please don't get arrested next week.
yeah.
So, what is that all about? What's going on?
See, if you do this, you can get a heart emoji. Apparently, mine doesn't
not-
work. Apparently,
I don't know. I'm not even talking about that. I was talking about why
You
are we
have to turn
telling
it
Chris
on.
not?
So it's a
but
setting.
well, I mean, it doesn't work. But you know what I can do?
Chris, why
I
are
know
we
you can
telling
do
you
it. You
not
can
to
do
get
it.
arrested? Are you doing something?
Well, no,
I can do
'cause
this.
My city
Hello,
council is just shitty.
I'm a
Say again.
dog.
I guess nobody cares. They just want to talk about dogs and hearts.
Yeah, it's
No,
the collapse of the American Empire, whatever.
Got it.
No. Actually, Chris, before you go, I was going to ask you about this.
Hmm?
How much do the NFL refs actually listen to the players when they're screaming at them? Like, or they just like,
Ooh.
do they just tune them out?
Depends how well known you are. Because if it was me yelling at an NFL ref, they wouldn't give a shit. But if it's Tom Brady yelling at an NFL ref, yeah, they're probably listening to that.
Because why? Because Tom can go and complain to somebody, and they might not get their lucrative like schedule or whatever.
No, it's the same reason why when you see in like the Premier League, right? Where, if like Harry Kane complains to a ref, they're gonna fucking listen to him. But if it's like, here's a 17-year-old that just came up on the squad and is like bitching at the ref because they got slide tackled from behind, the ref doesn't give a shit because like you haven't been in the league. So there's always hierarchies. I mean, that's just human nature. Like,
Did you ever end up screaming at a ref when you played?
no, I don't think I ever screamed at a ref. I probably had occasion to when they would mark a ball that went out of bounds at the 5 and then they walked it up to the 15 because they didn't do their fucking jobs correctly. But I don't think I ever screamed at them.
Yeah, I was wondering about that. Like, do they actually even care? I mean, it just seems like they.
Gesture.
It just seems like whenever, like, even when the coach is like yelling at them, they're just like looking straight ahead and they're not even like, like whatever, just like.
Yeah, no, well, that's the thing. Like, they have to present the appearance of like, yeah, no, we're not being swayed by this, but the refs are human beings too. Like, if you get someone like Bill Belichick in your ear, and here's the important part is that if you yell at a ref and that ref knows that they fucked up the call, they'll probably give you a makeup call because like they're just like, oh yeah, no, I fucked that one up.
I always love when they would like they'd screw up a call that was like something that was disastrous. It was like, oh my gosh, we gotta, like you told, like you called a pass interference or something like that, or you called offensive pass interference when there wasn't one, but it would have been a 60-yard completion. It's like,
Right.
oh well, we'll call an illegal procedure 5 yards.
Neutral zone infraction.
Yeah.
Yep. Makeup call.
Yeah, and you're just like, how is that? What? You know, just
Yeah,
like,
no, that shit definitely happens because again, refs are human beings. Like they want to get it right, and they know when they don't get it right, and then they're like, well, shit.
Oh.
Like I
like I said, like with eighth grade football, my son's team lost the last game because the ref was like not looking where the guy was, and he ran out of bounds and came back in, and he just followed him all the
Jeez.
way down for a touchdown. And everybody was like, he went out of bounds. He's like, I didn't see it. And I was just like, I want to scream at this guy, but he's probably making like $10. You
No,
know, he's volunteering his time.
He's
for an
probably not
eighth
making
grade-
any money.
Yeah, for an eighth grade football game. I should probably
Right.
just not be, because I mean, there was a game once where the guy, like last year, when a guy like lost his mind, just and then they called a 15-yard penalty on his son's team because he was over there screaming and yelling at the ref constantly,
Right.
and I was just
It's
like,
so my criteria for that is like I'm never gonna lose my shit like if you miss a call and it's just like, okay, they gained an extra 10 yards, or like, that soccer ball was out of bounds but you kept playing it. Like the only time I lose my shit is when it's someone could have legitimately gotten hurt and your job is to prevent that from happening. And like if you miss that part of your job, that's where I get upset as a parent.
no, fair enough.
So, but all right, my number one science fiction movie of all time, the original Dune, and it's a terrible movie, but I fucking love it. So
God, can you leave now?
Well,
I am
there's
going to
so
leave
many there's
now.
so many things that they never explained too, like when he's walking with that little cage with that hairless dog in it, and he's just walking
It's-
No,
around.
he's-
they
he's
had to
carrying
milk
the
it. No, he had to
bugs.
milk it. He had to milk it to stay alive.
Yeah, it was just like, what is going on with this? There's so much of that. I remember I
Oh,
went there
so
with
good.
I went to it with my dad in the movie theater, and when it came out, and I remember he was just like he
With
was
the
like a huge
4-minute
fan of the book.
introduction.
No. My whole story about that is, and I think I've told it before, but my dad took me to that. I was at his house for my parents are divorced, and I was at his house for the weekend. We went to a Saturday matinee. He's like, I read this book. It's great. You're gonna love this movie. We watched it. I was like, I don't understand anything, and he was just like, we drove to B. Dalton's. He walked in, bought me a copy of the Dune book, and he said, "Just read this." and I still have that. I still have it. It's got the now is a major motion picture cover on it.
Right.
I still have it, and I gave it to my son Ross to read, and I think it's in his room. Just like it was just like, that's my copy of Dune, and I mean, and I read it and I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
This makes a
okay.
lot more sense now.
This is way better.
Yeah. And I definitely practice the voice.
Yes. All right.
All right,
Well,
well-
thanks for joining us. I hope you come back more often, Chris.
Yeah,
let's
no,
do
of
it.
course. Yeah, I'm trying to make time. It's just with the campaign stuff and everything. I'll try to make it when I can. So,
Of course.
So, but yeah, if you want to influence any California state politics, if I get elected, feel free to let me know.
Yeah, I'll try. All right. Well, take care, brother.
See you, man.
Adios.
All right, before we dive into our top tens, I gotta grab a drink and check in with my son, make sure he's sleeping. So we'll be doing nice. We'll be doing this in like minute and a half. If you still have any reordering that you need to do, now that somebody has mentioned the Dune 1984, you might need to add that to your list, perhaps.
God, or delete
Doesn't
it.
make my top 10.
Doesn't even come close.
Which
I mean,
one?
I love the movie. It's
I
not.
hate everything about that movie.
Which one?
And if one
really?
and if one of you names The Fifth Element, I'm gonna fly out there and punch you in the face.
Why?
I hate
Oh,
both
might be
those
flying
movies.
out here.
All right, both those movies are
Better
so
start booking a
atrocious.
ticket.
Hey, I'll throw you out. Also, the new Fantastic Four.
So-
Those are three of the worst movies I've ever seen. All
I
three
will
of them.
say The Fifth Element is number 11.
No, it's number wipe my ass with the
Why do you hate
script
it
from
so
that
much?
horrible. It's just a god awful movie.
It's
Everything.
still fun. I
No,
love it.
I
love many things
just.
about it. It's on my list. So there you go.
All right. I know. I'm just.
Well,
ranting.
that's why we have opinions.
I got a
Like
couple
a
of.
certain body part, everybody has them.
There's one movie. My number 6 movie is
I want to.
is like debatable if it's science fiction. I like to think it
Yeah.
is.
I
So,
have one in there that's like that as well.
um, but my number two movie or three to movie is like it's such a freaking nostalgic gem for me. Oh my God.
Oh, interesting. I can't wait. I know that when I'm done with this, I'm gonna go, right. I should have included that
Yeah,
one.
there's gonna be some movies you probably forgot.
Yeah.
I have some in here
Mine
that are,
span from I'd say 80s to today.
yeah, I'm 70s to today.
I had some 70s honorable mentions, but one of the ones that I didn't think was gonna be as good as it was it's like it's a low down honorable mention, but was Idiocracy.
Yep.
It was just something about it. It was just so funny. I'm not usually a stupid joke kind of laughing person, but
Well, you would no wonder you don't get my humor.
yeah.
And I also am leaving out some that I know belong in a top 10, but because I knew other people would be naming them,
Oh,
I didn't
exactly. Totally.
kind of went a little, and but then there's some in like there's one in here where I'm like, yeah, that's kind of a cop
Well,
out.
I know you're all discussing, but basically I wrote down every single science fiction movie that I liked, and then I just did the standard thing where it's like I took the
Better
first
or
one on the
worse.
list and I said, "Do I like this one more than this one?" And then the other one, then I threw the one away, and I said, "Do I like this one more than this one?" And then whatever one, and I kept doing that until I had my number one, and then I did it over again with all of them, and I was like, started random, like you go to a place where you can randomize a list, did the same thing over and over
See, I go
again.
to a website for that, but it actually gives you the two options. It pairs things movies for you. So you go through a bunch of options and then you get your list.
Tonight's top 10 list of top 10 greatest science fiction movies in our opinions is brought to you by Dr. Pepper Blackberry Zero. We are not actually sponsored, but Dr. Pepper would like to sponsor us with like cases and cases of Dr. Pepper Blackberry Zero. I would absolutely, I can be bought. So good. This soda's so good. Mm.
Excuse me.
Oh man, so good. All right, I'm going to
Okay.
start. Sometimes when we have these lists, it's like, is this really sci-fi? Is it not sci-fi? So I definitely had some of those where I was like, can this really qualify as sci-fi? So maybe we'll kind of play with the rules a little bit with some of mine, but I don't think so. I think all mine are absolutely science fiction movies. Number 10, which is a movie with my
Are we
stepdad.
gonna do? I guess if we, I don't know,
Are we all
whatever.
doing our top tens and then what each gonna give a 10, or then we gonna give all ones or what?
Well,
How's that
no,
gonna
we'll
work?
do no, we'll all do a number tens. And like,
Okay.
if the one that I say is
You
something
just
that you
jump in.
have, you can say after I explain why it is my number 10, like you can say absolutely, but that's actually my number 8, or that's my number 6,
Got it.
or it's an honorable
Or you
Okay.
can
mention.
backfill with one of your honorable mentions.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. We're number 10. Um, absolutely. I mean, like I knew kind of knew what I was going into it, but I remember as a kid seeing this movie and I was like, holy cow, this movie is great for so many reasons. Uh, but the
Tron.
Schwarzenegger classic, Predator.
Predator.
Predator. It is, I mean, I remember seeing that movie and I remember like the whole idea. Like they weren't originally gonna do like they actually like weren't gonna put the spaceship coming in or whatever to show that off or whatever. I think it was like because to show that there was an alien
An
there
alien there.
and there was it was just gonna be like what is chasing us and then they were gonna do a reveal, but then they put that in there. There's so much stuff about that that's crazy. How Van Damme was actually playing the role of the Predator, like when he was like they were actually like filming him, but after like he was there for like 2 or 3 days, he was like I can't, it's too hot and the suit doesn't work, and so then he was done. But you can still see him in a couple of scenes as a background extra. I mean the whole movie is just it's you know it's here's our standard action movie, and then all of a sudden it just switches, and it's so spooky at first. Like what is this vision? What is that using? And it's just uh I can
Did
still
they
watch that movie. And
did, did they advertise the alien part when they first advertised the movie? I wonder.
they basically, I think, like their very first like trailers or whatever were like, it's like the greatest, like the greatest hunters of men have met their match or something like that. It was just, but
Yeah, because I don't think you knew it was an alien. Because I don't think we thought it was an alien when we
well,
went.
and that first scene where you see like where he comes out, and first of all, like, and Shane Black, who is like vastly becoming one of, like, maybe not the best director, but he writes really good scripts. Like Shane Black played the first guy who gets killed, and they actually brought him in to punch up the script. And then he said, "Well, I want to play a guy that gets killed by the alien." So Shane Black is the guy with the glasses, and he gets killed by the alien. But that first scene where he's talking to the girl, and all of a sudden, like, you just see the weird camouflage effect, and then there's that spray of blood as the girl just gets covered in blood. And then what's she saying? She said the jungle came alive and killed him. You're just like,
and took him.
yeah, and you're just like, what is going on? Like, how is this even a thing? It was so good. And Jesse Ventura, obviously, looking
So we're going to
like,
be here till 4 a.m. if we all
yeah.
talk this long about our choice. I'm
Hey,
just going to call it out.
shut up. Did anybody else have even
I
Predator
didn't.
on?
Predator's not on my list.
Not on my list.
Not on my list.
Not even an honorable mention from any of you. Okay.
I mean,
Nope,
Well,
it's a
not
good
even.
movie. Believe me, it's top 50 for me probably.
Only because what Scott said, like so many people were gonna have it on their list, I didn't put it on mine.
mm.
Who's next?
My number 12, no, my number 10, sorry, is I get a movie that I didn't really uh get the first time through, and it was just so much going on, but the second time through and subsequent times was just so good, is 12 Monkeys.
Mm.
Good choice. I didn't
Sure.
put it on my list, but it's a great movie.
Honorable mention. Honorable mention for me.
And I even love the series as well. The honorable mention of the TV series was fantastic.
There was a TV series?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. One of my favorite character actors, what the hell is his name? He was in the new Star Trek, the Picard show. Todd Stashwick is in it too. Anyways, 12 Monkeys, great fucking movie.
I mean, it has so many different things that work so well in 12 Monkeys. I love the, like, it. I think when I first saw it, I didn't like really, um I don't know, like, there's parts of it that I didn't like because, like, I wasn't, I don't know, I wasn't, I hate to say, as cultured as a viewer of a thing. But I mean, but like, Terry Gilliam didn't spend a lot of time explaining everything, right? He just
Well, that's him though, right? He just kind of leaves it to your imagination.
Yeah, like when he runs into the one guy who says, "Yeah, I took my teeth out. That's how they track you. That's how they get you back." And now because they sent me back, and he was like, "Okay, is that guy telling the truth, or is he just really crazy?
Yeah.
Is that what's
Yeah, you
going
never.
on?"
There's a lot of unexplained things in that movie for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I love that he runs into that guy that's like, he's like, "Oh yeah, because the future sucks, so I came back
Yeah,
here,
no, it
and
was
and
very
I
good.
and I took out the teeth so they can't track me and bring me back." I mean, yeah, it just and then of course the ending, which, and I don't care about spoilers. I mean, the ending where you just where it links up everything, and the young boy looks back and sees himself from the future. You're just like, oh, that's a mind fuck right there. Yeah, it's a good pick.
Yep.
Hmm. Trying to
Scott's.
remember the ending. My number 10 is Mad Max Fury Road. Fury Road. Fury Road.
That is
That's a whole
Let's-
different movie.
that is on my list.
Yeah, it's
I
pretty
will
good.
say.
It's
Pretty good
on
movie.
my list.
Oh,
Okay.
wait, no, that one actually got shunted off to honorable mentions.
Oh,
God,
honorable
It's
How did you
it's
honorable
on
mention that
it's
movie?
on my list.
It's like a perfect movie for me.
Because
Yeah.
that was I'm just gonna say I couldn't decide if that was science fiction or not. So that's why I put it in honorable
What
mention.
else, what would it
Yep.
not? What would it be?
I don't know.
Yeah,
It's like
science
it's
fiction.
like post-apocalyptic
Yeah, I guess
future. Yeah.
post-apocalyptic doesn't has its own genre kind of.
Yeah, I mean, so that's why
True.
if we did a
I
top 10
guess
post-apocalyptic,
a lot of my movies here are post-apocalyptic, but
Yep, I did include it, but
yeah, I mean, I even really like the sequel, the
I oh yeah,
Furiosa.
Furiosa.
I
Yeah.
never saw it.
it got a bad rap, man, because that movie's really good.
I gotta
I just
watch
love
it.
that whole world.
Yep.
The everything about it. No.
I remember going to see that in the movie theater and I was just like, this is just the best. It
I
just
wish I had seen it in the theater. I'd watch it on Apple or something.
I
I bought it when
yeah.
it came out on rental, and I was like,
I took
glued,
Ross to that and I
could
was
not
just
look
like,
away.
oh my gosh.
So good.
It was
Everything about it.
so
I love all the lore, all the. I mean, I even like what was the third Beyond Thunderdome? Because Beyond Thunderdome started getting into that wacky,
yeah, it was a little wacky.
weird world stuff, and it's an extension of Beyond Thunderdome, honestly.
I mean, and the fact that like there was just so much practical explosions and not CGI. Like the only CGI really was the weird tornadoes. The
True.
the video game they made for that like was on like consoles wasn't horrible. It was actually pretty good. I mean, it did the whole like, slowly build up your guy. You're playing Mad Max and you slowly build him up and build up your car and go to each area and defeat the bosses kind of thing. Not a bad little game.
Cool.
Got repetitive, but it was good.
My number 10, They Live.
Yes.
Good one.
Not on my list, but I can see why you'd pick it.
Yeah, just cult classic. What is a 7-minute, 12-minute fight scene?
It's
Just
like 10 minutes.
10
Yeah,
minutes.
it's
And
a
just the
good
whole
long fight. It's a good long thing.
Number 14 for me.
Yep.
Yeah.
I didn't. Yep. So
Good one.
anyway, They Live. I don't need to go into
I
details.
feel
I
like that
just
needs a
think it's.
remake.
Roddy Piper, man.
I am here to kick ass and chew gum.
And I'm
And
all-
all out of gum.
Duke
Yeah.
Nukem took so many quotes from that movie.
Yep.
Many quotes.
It was a great moment.
Okay, so let's serpentine through this. I'll do my number 9. Is
Sure.
that cool?
Yeah.
No, but that's fine.
You can.
This way it's so long for his next
I know. I'm just because God knows he's going to talk forever about it.
one.
Minority Report, number 9.
Yeah.
Oh, that's my number 8.
Good one.
All
Oh,
right.
wow, you guys are right on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I didn't think about
Minority
Minority Report,
Report,
but that was
just
a good
because
one.
it's really really interesting premise and execution, and so I really liked it. And they got puke sticks in it. I mean, how can you not like a movie with puke sticks in it?
With who?
Puke sticks.
Yeah.
So there you go.
That reminds me of whatchamacallit, Kick-Ass 2, where the friggin' high school cafeteria scene.
Never saw it, but
Oh man,
I need to.
it's fantastic.
My number 9 is Dark City.
Fantastic movie
Dark
on
City.
my honorable
Very
mentions.
dark. It's a mind screw too. Like you kind of have
It
to
is
watch
a
it
mind
twice.
screw.
You really have to watch it twice.
I need to give it a good watch again because I only watched it the once.
Yeah. I mean, watch it also. I mean, if you don't love it, you don't love it. But there's a Roger Ebert alternate soundtrack, where he's just talking about the movie the whole time.
Yeah,
If you can find that.
cool.
I mean, when Dark City, when
it's a
the
creepy
big
one.
reveal happens in Dark City, I remember seeing that. I was like, oh my freaking!
I don't think
Yeah.
I've seen Dark City. No.
Oh,
It's
you
worth
should
Is that
watch
watching.
it.
with Rufus Sewell?
Don't spoil anything. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like him a lot.
It's okay if you
Who else is
spoil
it?
it. I mean,
Jennifer Connelly,
Yeah.
Kiefer Sutherland,
Kiefer Sutherland. Yep.
My number 9
William
is
Hurt.
more of a guilty pleasure than anything. Whenever I see it on, or every now and then I'll just kind of toss it on, and I really enjoy it. It's Alita Battle Angel.
The real live action thing.
Yeah.
Not the. Is there an anime too, or is it?
There's
Yeah.
there's an anime.
No,
You're
this is
talking
the
about
one
the real life
with
with the CGI girl.
The one with what's the guy's
Yeah, the
name?
guy from Inglourious Bastards. What's his name?
Shoshana. Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
Shoshana.
no,
Yeah.
I just I don't know. There's something about it. I really dig it.
I just love the idea of swinging a hammer that you hit a button and there's a rocket in it to make it go
Christoph
faster.
Waltz.
Christoph Waltz. Yeah.
You like
But
that
yeah, no,
movie?
I think it was a fun movie and it has a lot in common with my number one movie. So I kind of
Okay.
All right. So my number nine is controversial because obviously the first one of this series is by far the better film, but you just have to be in the right mood and like you have to have a deep cut. But if you just want to watch a popcorn bubblegum science fiction movie, and you want to see Roy Scheider at his best, 2010
Hmm.
is if it like the going back out. Another movie I went to go see with my dad. Going back out uh, to find out what exactly happened and why everything went crazy out in Europe. And the hitches a ride. There's an undercurrent of the Cold War going on. They have to team up with a
That's
bunch of
right.
Russians to get out there, and then there's a bunch of screwy stuff that happens while they're on the way out there, while like the big giant unseen masters of the universe are playing at things that we don't understand. And then and they get out there to and then there's basically Roy Scheider, uh Brian Balaban, no Balaban, God, why can't I think of his first name? And
The
then John Lithgow play the three Americans, and then there's a bunch of people that play the Russians. And they got ghosts walking around the ship, and I mean, it is a incredibly straightforward telling of a science fiction story that doesn't try to be too much. It doesn't have a big giant Stanley Kubrick, you know, background or anything like that. But Roy Scheider
and
is
no
just
20-minute
yeah,
laser show.
laser show or anything like
Like
that. I
what?
mean, it is uh
Yeah, it's
it
more
is
by the numbers.
it is a by the
By
numbers,
the
but
2010 number.
it is so well done. And I just rewatched it
I
actually.
might want to
So
rewatch it actually because I only watched it when I was a kid.
and and like
Gave me
I
a
said,
kick.
I'm a big fan of I think Scheider it was an absolute fantastic actor. I mean like obviously with Jaws 2010, The Sorcerer, there's tons of movies that he was in, and he was always great in every single role that he did, and this one he just got to be the lead and he got to be awesome. So 2010. If you haven't ever seen it,
And
it
you
is
don't need to
very,
watch
very good.
2001 if you
You don't have to watch 2001 because they actually like in
they show enough.
the first like 2 or 3 minutes of of the 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 movie, they actually talk about the fact that
Yeah.
Hal and the Discovery are out still,
Yeah.
in orbit, around Jupiter, and that they are making the Discovery 2 to fly out there to investigate it. And then there's this fantastic scene at the very beginning where Roy Scheider, who plays a character that was in the very first in 2001 as well, he's just basically a retired professor, basically. And this Russian guy shows up and starts talking to him at his job. And they have this wonderful back and forth that lasts about 7 minutes where the Russian guy lets him know about some secrets that normally he isn't supposed to know, and why Roy Scheider needs to go on the Russian ship that's heading out there to Jupiter because they're running out of time. And I'm just gonna leave it at that. Go watch the movie.
Okay,
It's I
what's your
forget
number eight?
my number eight. This is gonna be this is another really random one that I guarantee you nobody else has on this list. Another movie I saw with my dad, and I've rewatched it dozens of times, and I love it. Sean Connery in a Western in
Stardust?
space. No,
No,
no, no,
I
no.
almost put this on my list.
Sean
Yeah.
Connery, the Western in space, the basically High Noon in
Oh,
space, Outland.
Yeah.
And if you've
yeah.
seen it, you know it, and it's great.
It's sci-fi setting, but it's not a sci-fi hard sci-fi movie. I mean, it has
Well,
some
yeah, I
like
will
it's
say the plot is absolutely something you could transpose to,
yeah
a Western, or you could transpose it to a fantasy movie, or you could
yeah
transpose to
it's a
anything.
transposable yeah
But it is taking place at a mining colony near Jupiter,
yeah
and Outland, and Sean Connery just gets to there's just this. I love the moment, the calm before the storm, as he is basically he is the U.S. Marshal sent there to investigate why these miners are killing themselves or killing each other because they
yeah.
don't know what's going on. And uh, he goes out there, he finds out why, and he also finds out that he's basically the only person that is willing to try to solve the problem. And then he finds out that they've hired hitmen to come and kill him. And there's this wonderful scene where
Off-planet
basically
hitmen
off-planet hitmen are being brought in to take him out,
yeah
and the entire mining colony shuts
goes
down,
down
and he is basically just sitting in his office waiting
waiting for them to show
waiting
up
for the hitmen to show up,
yeah
and he knows that he's basically either going to live or he's going to die, and he's got it, and it's fantastic. A
you'll never
young
know what happens you never guess
a young Francis Steenburgen plays the like his one of his only allies.
yeah
Um, and then Peter Boyle, if you like, Everyone Loves Ray, the guy who played Ray's dad. Shut up,
Mhm.
just plays his employer. But anyway, yeah, good
No,
stuff.
we're gonna be here forever if we keep talking about like the.
Shush. All right, well, we fine. Who's up after me?
I
who's
am.
number 8
My number 8. This is a movie that I had no idea what to think about going in. This is the first movie I've ever seen from this director. From Johannesburg, now in Canada. Come on.
I know what movie you're about to say.
This is District 9.
Mm.
I took it off my list, but I had it
I
in there
had
for a
no
while.
clue, but oh my God, did it ever blow me away. I loved it so much. It reminded me a lot of Alien Nation,
Yeah.
but very good movie.
And
I'm trying to remember the premise of that one it's like robots and
No,
Nope,
that's Chappie.
oh Chappie
and
This one
Chappie
is
was
all about
not as
alien.
good.
what was District 9's
all about aliens, and
but they
Sub.
were
Yeah.
segregated
yeah,
Yep.
yeah it was
It
basically
was an absolute allegory to South Africa
South
apartheid.
Africa
yeah, it was
yeah
fantastic. It was a fantastic movie.
yeah no I remember liking it too what are
I'm
we at
done.
8 so this is an interesting movie that I saw when I first moved to Dallas. There was this club, and this is just a little side aside, a club called um Salon, Salon Club, where you just get together and talk about stuff. And one of the meetings was like, we're gonna watch Brazil and then talk about it.
Mm.
And we watched Brazil and talked about it for like hours afterward. Not hours, maybe like an hour. But like just really like affected me. Just like that whole it was the dark version too. It was not the happy version.
I've
Oh
never
yeah.
seen it
There
all the
are
way
two
through.
versions. Okay, well then I won't say anything else, but you should watch it. Just know there is a dark version and a happy version, so try to
That's
find the
Terry
dark version.
Gilliam.
Yeah, it's Terry Gilliam. Um, pretty wonky. It's got Robert De Niro in it.
Yeah.
Uh, Bob Costas. Yeah,
It is,
it's
yeah,
an
and
interesting movie.
it'll throw you for a loop.
It'll throw you
You
for a
know.
loop. It's a
Yeah.
bit it's another dystopian future.
Yeah.
Doesn't have too much sci-fi in it, but it is sci-fi.
So just as an aside, Terry Gilliam, one, is the American for Monty Python. He was the one American. And he was born in Minnesota.
How about
So
that?
yeah, he's a Minnesotan.
Cool.
But Terry Gilliam, the director
Bob
of
I
Hoskins,
Brazil.
said
not Bob
cool.
Costas.
Oh, I think you said who?
No, I
I
said
was
cool.
like,
Cool.
I like the form what was it 89 stroke 7 or something like they had this like it's like a bureaucratic government with like you have to fill out a form like there's lots of things interesting things with government forms. I remember that being a kind of
yeah,
an entertaining part of it if not
yeah.
scary.
Well, yeah. I mean, the The bureaucracy must expand to meet the requirements for the expanding bureaucracy.
Yeah. And the opening scene is great. Dun,
Yes.
dun, 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 dun. Well, yeah, that's anyway. All right, result.
Cool. Okay, Scott, double up.
Aliens, number 8.
It's on my
Um, it-
list.
yep. And Alien was great. Aliens was greater, and then it all went to hell. I haven't watched Alien Earth, but I've
It's
heard
pretty
good
good.
things.
I watched
I've watched a few
there's some.
episodes. I
It's
like
pretty
it.
good. Get some good stuff in there.
Yep.
It's worth watching.
And then my number 7 is Terminator, and I'm 1 and 2, but like Terminator.
It's on my
You gotta
list.
pick one. So,
Terminator 2,
okay. Terminator Dose.
Terminator Dos, and just the groundbreaking special effects and near perfect storyline. I just think it was great.
The thing I most remember about Terminator 2 was standing outside of HMV, a record store here, leaving high school one day, going to get the Use Your Illusion 1 and 2 by Guns N' Roses at the record store when it was released, and it had You Could Be Mine on it, which was in the Terminator 2 soundtrack.
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. I didn't know that.
I can always remember how great. I mean, I still think I like Terminator more than Terminator 2 because I think Terminator but I remember like Terminator was like Terminator 2, I was like, oh, they're gonna screw this up. And I was like, no, they didn't. I was like, it was still really, really good.
I had the same thought on Alien and Alien 2, so.
Yeah.
Cool.
Who was it me?
Yep.
Or Matt? 7, right? Fifth Element. Much to Scott's chagrin.
I know. Boo.
So Fifth Element is just goofy fun.
Yep.
I'll watch it every time.
Aziz, light.
Like it all. Aziz Light. There's so much fun stuff in Fifth Element. I'm hoping there's a Fifth Element pinball game someday. I would love that.
I just remember just why isn't somebody shot Ruby Rod yet? I was just like just despising that character.
Give me
so
something,
much.
Corbin. Give me something. I think he sticks the mic in his face and he's like, one word answer, yes. No.
Yeah.
When I got my
There's some
haircut
fun.
the other day, this was all shaved, like it was like skin fade, so this was like literally no hair at all. And I'm like, I am totally rocking the Gary Oldman haircut from.
Yeah, how could you not love a Gary Oldman in that movie?
Yeah,
Great.
and
I did like the existential horror part of it. The whole
It's a space horror, yeah.
Yeah, and then the space horror aspect where they contacted and that weird ooze is dripping down his face or whatever. Yeah. No.
And the kind of like slapstick comedy of the monk.
Yes.
It's just, I know I like that film director. Also, there's other stuff too. So.
Yeah. No. I mean, it was in my honorable mentions. I mean, it just if it didn't have Ruby Rod, maybe it would. He's just such an annoying character.
You don't like the Ruby Rod stuff?
No, he was too over the top.
It's only like 5 minutes.
He was annoying the entire time he was on the movie.
Yep.
Was that his first movie?
That was his first big.
Did that put him on the map?
Kind of.
Chris Tucker?
Yeah. I mean, the movie that put him on the map was the Jackie Chan movie.
Yeah. But I think this one was first movie.
Yeah.
Could be.
So my number 7 is a 1980s movie. And it's got 2 actors I like a lot in it. And it's Lou Gossett Jr. and
yeah.
I know it.
Enemy Mine.
Mm-hmm.
It is.
That's a good one.
I love this movie so much. It has such nostalgic presence for me. I will watch it from start to finish if I ever see it on. And
interesting.
I toss it on every now and then too. It's just, I can still hear dialogue in my head from that movie. Yeah.
Thought it was a pretty original idea.
It was. And that's another thing too. Like we were talking today. I was talking one of the guys that played D&D hey, are you watching the second season of Peacemaker? And I said, I watched the first episode and I see where it's going. And they've done this plot so many times. No, I'm not going to continue watching it. And Enemy Mine was not that.
Right.
So, anyways, that's my 7.
That was 7.
Number
So
7, Lance.
didn't I do 7? I did
Did
Outland.
you?
Outland was my 7.
Oh, are we off kilter?
No, I'm on 7.
I went Predator 2010 and then Outland because I do.
Scott did
Or what was your 8?
10-9, and then you did
8-7.
No, you're right.
9-8.
Then so 10 was Predator, 9 was 2010, 8 was Outland. This is my 7. Sorry, you're right. This is my 7. And I've blah 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 about this as much as possible. You can still watch it on Amazon Prime right now. This guy's second movie is coming out. It was at Sundance. It got like multiple awards, and people went crazy for it. I can't wait for it to have like more, so I can see it. But The Vast of Night, which is basically a oh my gosh, I've talked about it here. Just go
Vast
on
of
Amazon.
Night?
Just go in blind. That's all I'm gonna say.
You've
Go
never
in
talked
blind.
about it?
I've talked about it
You talked about it?
repeatedly. It is.
F. Okay.
It's on Amazon Prime Video. I watched it again today. Uh, it is basically these two guys made it for like $700,000. It is.
Oh yeah.
It is. It is. It is.
I
It is an.
remember.
It is an homage to the Twilight Zone, and it is. It is a thing that it starts off nice and slow, and then it slowly puts in the creepy, and it slowly puts in the sci-fi, and it is uh and
I
the
did
guys
watch this.
the guys
It's like set
the
in the
guys
50s or something, right?
yep, and the guys I mean, like one of the biggest expenditures they had was they found a small town in like Texas to do it in, and because they found the gym, they still had like old school gym because a basketball game is going on. And so, and I'm not trying to be as vague as possible, but they had to remove the 3-point line from the basketball the floor and then put it back on. And that was like one of the most expensive parts of the thing. It cost them like
They should have done it
$25,000.
digitally.
He didn't want to.
Okay.
Like he wanted to do as
Or
little
tear up the
digital
floor.
effects as possible. So they removed the 3-point land and then put it
Cool.
back on for the cost of like 25 grand. But yeah, go watch The Vast of Night. It is super good. It is,
I
and
did
like I
watch it.
said, it is very, very obviously an homage to the Twilight Zone because they basically do a Twilight Zone opening. All right. And then my number 6, one of my, not my favorite Spielberg, but one of Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Mhm.
Good movie. I thought about putting
That's not my
that.
honorable
Still,
mention.
still holds up. I watched
It
that
does.
with Caleb. I remember when I was saying, like, hey, let's watch movies that I watched when I was a kid, and I showed that to him, and that was like one of his favorites. He was just like, "That's a good movie," and I was
Yeah,
like,
it's
"I know
excellent.
that is a good movie." I remember as a kid just thinking it was great, and just
Yeah, I like that whole first 45 minutes of kind of like the vignettes or whatever. Yeah.
the investigations.
Yeah, then yeah.
Where like they're trying to figure out what's going on, and yeah, and hit all the classic Spielberg marks. The troubled dad, not connecting with his kids. Like if you look at Spielberg, he always has a dad who doesn't really connect well with his kids. Like he has trouble, like and like that's like a theme that's in like nearly every Spielberg movie. Like a dad who's having problems connecting with his children for some reason or another.
Yeah. It's good.
And when they asked him about it, he's like, "Because my dad left when I was young." That's what he always said. It's just like that's one of the reasons why.
Good movie.
Good movie.
My number 6.
Yep.
Is I have 2 movies by this director on here. at number 6 and another one lower on. This was a again, I walked into this movie and got it was unlike anything I'd ever seen. The CG was pretty good, and just the graphicness of it all was Starship Troopers,
Mm, yep.
Yeah.
and it was just so different
Mm.
than any other sci-fi I'd ever seen until then. It was raw.
It was.
Yeah, it was excellent, and
Get a huge fan of the book and the board game. I didn't like the diversions from it, but I thought the movie it was fun
I've
for
never
sure.
read the book,
Yeah.
but yeah,
Is it done as a parody, the book?
No, it's mocking fascism by overemphasizing it, just like the movie.
Probably does
But I
too.
found out that like Verhoeven, I think, is an idiot director in many respects. He hasn't done it like, but like even just like there's no tactics used by any of the troops. There's one scene where they're in a circle firing bullets at a spiders that they form into a pile. Because hey, where do you think the bullets go when they miss? Right? They'd be shooting. He did the same thing in Total Recall, which is a great movie. But and it's so he's just I like some of his movies for sure, but it's an all right movie. But I wish it had been truer to the source material.
yeah. Total Recall is my number 13.
Got it.
On my honorable mentions.
Number 6 is Terminator 2.
There you go.
Loved
There
it.
you
One of my first laser discs too I ever bought. I got into laser
Nice.
discs. And there was like a deluxe laser disc you could get, like the
Yeah, buddy of
$100
mine had that.
version. Crazy expensive.
Did you get the
Right.
6 or the 9?
The 6 or the I don't remember. I just know that when I checked my Laserdisc collection, like when I sold it, and almost every disc had laser rot. Just super disappointing. I just gave it all away.
What's laser rot?
It's like when laser discs are like oxidized. It's a material transferred between the plastic, and it can oxidize, and it's basically an oxidation of the material between the layers, and it basically turns into static.
Oh, that sucks.
Real bummer. Like almost all my special editions had laser rot when I was like, oh man, it just made me so heartbroken. I'm like, I'm not checking anymore, and I just gave all my laser discs away.
Yeah.
I had a buddy who just tried to sell his, and like nobody buys them.
It's like my 3D printer.
Man, I remember when Laserdisc. I mean, did anybody ever think Laserdisc are really going to be like a thing? I mean, they're just so big, and
I
There's
did.
also video discs. Remember those?
yeah, they were actually like basically a record.
Yeah, I mean, until CDs came out, laserdiscs were the shit, dude.
My uncle had Raging Bull on video disc.
Oh, video disc.
Yep.
I never had one of those. I only saw it at like Sears or something.
Yeah.
All right, that was
Number 6.
number
Mr.
6.
I
Demaire.
think it's Scott.
All right. My number 6 is The Matrix.
On my
It's on my
honorable
list.
mention.
Yeah. Just a great movie, groundbreaking. Like the others that I think many of us have mentioned.
Yeah.
Went downhill as he went into sequels, of course. And my number 5 has already been mentioned, which is Mad Max Fury Road, which is, I agree with you, near perfect.
I can't find a flaw with that movie.
No,
I can't
no,
pick it apart.
The
Nope.
Matrix. I walked into the theater to go see that, and I think was it The Matrix or The Matrix 2? I think it was the first one. And the only seats that were available were the first 4 rows. So I'm like
So you're
this,
arching your neck.
and I'm like, nope, I'm not watching this movie like this from what I've heard. So
Yep.
I left. I waited to get a better seat at a different showing, and I did, and I loved it. My buddy from high school loved it so much, he named his company after Neo.
Oh,
And he
interesting.
called it Neo Lore Networks, and he loves it so much. His company colors are green, and it's just
Green and black.
he's really embraced it. What bullet time, all that stuff. What like they set so many trends.
Yep.
They really did.
Agreed.
Yeah, good stuff.
And then the best thing is they only made one movie.
That's true. And no animated series either.
Yeah.
The
Mhm.
animated series wasn't that bad.
It was all right. The
There was
anime.
like some good stuff in there actually.
I remember when they tried to make an
The
MMO.
Animatrix. What was it? Yeah, I never played it.
It
By
was
the way,
horrible.
Matrix is on my list.
Is it?
Yes, higher than Scott's 5 or 6. All right, what's your 5?
You
Scott,
you said
Scott
both.
Demers.
Mad Max Fury Road.
Oh,
It's
Mad
already
Max.
been,
Yeah, sorry.
it's already been mentioned.
Okay.
Is it me
Yeah.
or Matt? Okay. Number 5 is Ready Player One. Is that a sci-fi?
Interesting.
It's
Yeah.
sci-fi.
That's
Absolutely
sci-fi.
sci-fi.
I just love that. I think we've talked about it. Like I'll
Yeah.
watch that movie at a drop of
I
a
watch
hat.
it every
No
6 months at
problem.
least.
It's really fun. I love the book. Everything about the book.
Yep.
I like the movie. I didn't love that they changed the movie in the movie. You know the movie part of the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what are they gonna do?
There's some stuff that wouldn't work, like when he barricades himself in the apartment and just runs on the treadmill. And like that would be boring for
Yeah, where he has to
like he creates
get
the
in shape.
bunker kind
Yeah.
of thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
they did some good cuts there for sure.
Yeah.
to this day, I still say if they can make Ready Player One, they can make Snow Crash.
Oh,
What's
100%.
that?
It's a
just go read it. It's
yeah,
Neil
it's
R.
a
Stevenson's
it's a
best novel.
cyberpunk. It's a
It's a
cyberpunk.
cyberpunk novel. I mean, it's now it's what it's 30 years old now
At least.
at least. Yeah, go read if you haven't read Snow Crash. Go read Snow Crash. It is um
Pizza delivery in 5 minutes or less.
the Deliberator.
Yeah.
The Deliberator. No, I mean yeah, I mean Stevenson has kind of turned into a little bit of a too much. I'm gonna write a giant book and to give I mean, but I still read his stuff pretty regularly. But that was
I'm
yeah.
hoping for a Dungeon Crawler Carl movie if they can do
Oh my God. Yes.
Ready Player One.
That would be amazing. So my
I'm on book
5,
4, by the way. After 1 month, I'm book 4.
nice.
Reading it very quickly.
That is the Bedlam Bride?
No, it's the Feral
Feral Gods, Gate of
Feral
the Feral
God.
Gods. Right.
Gate of the Feral Gods.
So my 5 is my debatable science fiction movie, but I'm gonna say it is anyways. Alan Arkin is in this, and I love it so much. It's got this vintage feel to it. It's The Rocketeer.
Yeah,
Mm.
interesting. Yeah.
So yeah.
There's so much I love about this movie. Timothy Dalton's over the top villain, or Billy Campbell. I will watch in pretty much anything. I don't care
Mhm.
what he's in. I just love him so much. And Alan Arkin is ever since way back, him and Peter Falk and all that stuff. It's just fantastic. Like just so many of my favorite actors and they combine it with the vintage feel that I love too. Is just yeah, perfect.
Weren't they
number
gonna
5.
make more Rocketeer movies? There was supposed to be like a series, I think.
Was
Yeah,
it?
but it just didn't do well
Just
enough.
didn't, but since it didn't do that well.
It was too
yeah.
niche, I think, but it's too bad.
Yeah, Rocketeer is a good movie. Have you watched the Red Letter Media
No.
breakdown of it? You should watch
No.
that. They talk very glowingly of it and go over it. I always like the moment in where they're fighting the fascists and the cops look over and see the gangsters are helping them like shoot at and they're like look at each other and they just shrug. Yeah,
Yeah.
like which actually has a historical reference during World War II. The FBI did hire the mafia to help protect the eastern seaboard
Mm-hmm.
uh, against possible incursions. So there
Very
is
cool.
there's a thing there. All right, so I guess it's me. So this is my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5.
Contact with All Right, All Right, All Right. Matthew McConaughey and Jodie Foster.
Yeah,
Yeah,
That's a good
that's
one.
on my
That's
on my
that's an
list.
good
honorable
movie.
mention.
That is an
Um,
amazing movie.
without diving too deep, I mean, I think it has one of the best opening scenes of all time when they
Trying
start
to
pulling
remember what
back
it
away
is.
from the Earth, and
Oh
and
yeah,
all
yeah.
the radio things, and then they just keep
Oh yeah,
coming
they go
back, and
past Voyager and all that
they
stuff.
and they just keep going back, and they keep going back, and they keep going back, and they keep going back, and until then it's finally like they zoom out, and it's actually it's just they're zooming out on Jodie Foster as a child's eye. They're
Yeah.
Yep.
zooming out while she's working on while she's doing ham radio. I thought that was fabulous. That was amazing. One of the few movies I went to go see in the movie theater more than once. Uh, and I liked the fact, and even though I know in this day and age we love to see movies that have a um well, was it you figure it out? What do you think is real and isn't real? I
Yeah.
love the fact that like they went through this whole thing. First of all, they have that great line. You know, it's like first rule of government spending. Why one when you can get two for
Two for
twice the
the
price?
price. Yep.
Twice the price,
It's a great line. William Hurt
Um,
delivers that, I think it is.
yes, he does. And no, so they the and it's got so many great moments. It has that great moment where like she's arguing with McConaughey and he just flat out says like I love that the line. It's just like, well, how can you believe in something you can't prove? And he's like, well, did you love your dad? She's like, yeah, prove it. And it's just like, I always love that line. It's
Yep.
just and then it's the like they they give you a little bit of like uncertainty. Was she just kind of crazy and just like like did she have this vision of what she wanted to see? And then they have the thing where they say it's like, oh yeah, for 9 minutes or whatever,
Yeah,
we
funny.
lost all,
And they yeah. Funny
we
that
lost
happened.
all contact. And it's just like, well, it wasn't wait a minute, wasn't there just 9 minutes of static? Yes, there was. And it was just
Yes.
like, so it's like they're totally like, even though they did the thing where they basically said, nope, you're crazy, we're just gonna bury this, but no, she wasn't crazy.
There's some
It was
frustrating things in that movie too, with the who was this the opposing scientist that took credit
Tom
for
Skerritt,
Tom Skerritt. That's a frustrating like
where like he wants to shut her down.
he takes credit for her work.
Well, yeah, well, he
He
wants
starts
to
taking
shut.
over her work.
Yeah, because she
Mhm.
actually figures it out
Yeah,
because
yeah.
he's gonna shut
That
her down, and
That's
he's
a
like,
that's a frustrating theme.
that
yeah,
feels
no,
very realistic, though.
Yeah, for
yeah,
sure.
and just like, oh no, what you're doing is crazy. I mean, that whole moment where where she hears the noise and they clue in on it, and then like and she's like running
Yeah, she
out,
solves the problem and figures it out.
and then
And he
oh,
basically jumps in.
well, you mean a man steps in and takes credit for a woman's work? When does that
Yeah,
ever
that's
happen?
what,
What? That's why it's science fiction, right there.
One of my favorite lines in that movie is when Jodie Foster says, "That would be like me flying to Africa to step on an anthill," and James Wood says, "But would you care?"
Yeah, yeah, it's just like
there's a
it's
lot of
like
great lines in that movie.
no,
Yeah.
it's really it's like why would I it's like yeah you wouldn't care um good pull there, Scott, with that quote. And then my number 4, and you guys can pick which one you like the most.
No,
There's just
you have to pick one.
yeah, I know, but I mean I'll let you guys pick, but either Dune 1 or 2. I mean I think they're both.
Yep.
I finally got to see Dune as it's supposed to be seen. That the way it looked, the people they got to play the different roles, the just amazingness of the appearance of everything. Um, you know, uh, like both movies had slight problems for me. Like I had slight problems, but if I had to pick one, I think the first one is the better movie. But um, you know, but the second one was uh is
There's
like
some scenes in that second one that are just jaw dropping.
oh yeah, absolutely.
Like, wow.
Absolutely jaw dropping.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I mean both of them are fantastic. And I love how they totally take that second movie and they laid the groundwork for everything that comes afterwards. About about how it's just like I'm going to win this war, but if you've read all the books, I'm going to become something that's awful. Just like
I love that, like, all the people who don't know the lore going, "Yay, the good guys won."
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I don't know the lore. I only read the one book.
yeah. No, I mean,
well,
yeah,
you'll see it in the
I
coming
am excited to
movies.
see what I don't know.
I gotta watch the show that they did, the one that was
Spoilers.
before. I gotta watch the show,
Prophecy.
the prophecy. I gotta watch that. I heard good things, but I just haven't had the time to sit down and watch
Hopefully,
it.
it's better than the BSG prequel thing.
Yeah.
Caprica.
My number 4 is dystopian future, um, and it's Gattaca.
On my honorables.
That's on my honorables.
It's another movie that whenever it's on, I just seem to get gravitated. I get pulled into its gravity and watch it, and then just don't really. I won't hit the pause. I won't hit the fast forward. I just kind of watch it, and it's just good. It's just a neat premise for a movie, and yeah, very happy with it.
Yep.
Yeah. Very good movie.
I didn't think about that one actually. Yeah, because it didn't ring as sci-fi to me. It rung more as like another dystopian futuristic movie. But it is sci-fi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the same way Space Hill is, right?
Yep.
4.
Yep.
Aliens. Drew
Yep.
talked.
Just such a good movie.
I mean, Aliens is so good. I saw it in the theater actually as a kid.
Me too.
We were busting in a rated R movie, not
Yeah,
17.
I did too. I snuck in. I snuck into Radar. I bought a ticket for something else. I was at an arcade with a buddy of mine, and I heard these other two kids who we didn't know talking about Aliens and how great the movie was and how violent it was. And me and my buddy were like, we got to go see this movie. So
I
we
was
went.
15.
Yeah, we
We're
went.
both 15.
Yeah, we were both 15. And I went, and so the movie theater was in the mall. And so we went there and we had time and we're like, and so, but there was like some kids movie that was PG. And I remember, I can still remember being scared, like, okay, we're just gonna get the popcorn and we'll like pretend we go in there and we'll like pretend to go sit next to adults, like we're supposed to be there. And like the movie
You
theater,
gotta
they
pretend
didn't care. They didn't care too shit. We
nobody
thought
gives
for
a
sure,
shit.
for sure the movie police were gonna come and get us, but
The only movie police that tried to stop me was Evil Dead 2.
oh yeah.
And I was like, I'm 17. Which is weird.
Well,
but that was the first time I got stopped by the movie police.
but
All
yeah,
right, Aliens.
Aliens, good movie. Scott,
Got
double up.
Yep. So I think both these have already been named. Total Recall is my number 4.
Nope.
No, you're the first one to name it.
No, it's on my. I said it was on my.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Are you talking about the remake, or are you talking
Of
about
course
the,
not.
Has anybody seen the remake?
Come on.
Did anybody watch the remake?
I watched it just out of boredom one day.
The remake was truer to the source material, like in the books.
We can remember it for you wholesale.
Yeah,
That's the short story.
In the book, he doesn't. They don't actually leave and go to Mars, and I just thought that was campy fun. I will say, I watched it in the theater and thought it was amazing. I was in college, and then I got it on VCR, and a buddy of mine and I watched it, and he hadn't seen it before. And there's that scene where Richter holds Hauser's, or maybe I get that backwards. Anyway, his arms as it goes up in the elevator and then separates it. And he goes,
he's holding the the bloody stumps.
And he goes like, "Let me give you a hand," or something like that.
Yeah.
And I remember turning to my buddy and I said, "Violent enough for you?" And he goes, just sarcastically, "No, not nearly." He was just mortified.
That was Sharon Stone's first big movie.
Yeah, it was, and she was smoking in that movie.
She was smoking in that movie.
Yeah.
Consider this a divorce.
Consider this a divorce. Who is that? My ex-wife.
Yeah.
but I just that was my favorite movie for 15 years probably.
There are hardcore people that go dive into that movie to say that he actually never goes to Mars and doesn't do it at all. Like they actually
Yep.
say that
It's one of those movies that it's a questionable
Yep.
story, right? Like you don't know what the reality is.
Yep.
and of course the scene of the escalator with the guy that gets shot and he just uses his body as the shield and he turns it.
Yes.
I remember I went to that. I can't remember the name of these two. Like I went to that. I was in high school, and I remember it was me and my high school girlfriend, and then a friend of mine and his girlfriend. I remember she was just like almost throwing up from the violence of the movie. Like she was like couldn't like stand it, couldn't handle it.
Yep.
So, um,
So yeah, Total Recall, and then Contact was the other one,
Yeah.
which I think is it's not just one of my top movies of all time. It is right up there with Saving Private Ryan as one of the most meaningful movies for me, sci-fi or otherwise. It is monumentally meaningful to me.
Contact.
Yeah,
baby steps, baby steps.
yeah.
Yep.
So,
Cool.
and which is interesting, especially given who its author, who wrote it, who wrote the book and stuff, to make it into to, in essence, make a movie about faith.
Was he alive when that movie was made?
I
I
think
think he
so.
passed away like right before.
Okay,
like
could be. I don't
yeah.
know exactly. Yeah. So,
Because I think at the end of the movie it said poor Carl. It was like, but
Could be.
yeah.
All where are we? Is it me?
Three.
Or Matt? You always
Me?
bring it up.
You
I'm
and
in the, I'm in
you
the
and then
middle.
Matt and then
No, it's
me.
you, Scott.
Oh, it's me. It's
you,
number
August.
3 is The Thing. Gah.
God,
I
yep.
know
It's
I'm
on.
not
It's
going to
on
take
my
away
list.
any of Lance's thunder. I'm just going to say it's The Thing.
It's on my
Another
list.
perfect movie, great story, great action.
It is.
Yep.
It is.
Super,
It is
super
rare that a perfect
creepy.
movie is made.
Yes, and I'll just let Lance talk about it more when it gets to him. I know
Yep,
it's up
and me as
his
well.
upper echelons.
Yep.
Just like I have very few tens
I
when it
have
comes
not
to
seen
board
the
games.
prequel.
Don't bother.
Yeah,
I mean, watch it just to
but
watch.
I do like Mary Elizabeth Winstead. But
Watch it to watch it
yeah,
because
I'll
they
watch it. I'll watch
do
it.
the stuff that like when they go to visit the Norwegian camp,
Yeah,
they
makes more sense.
actually represent it really, really well.
They do. I agree.
They like
Fair enough.
why is that guy got his blood on the ground? Why, things like that. It's
Yeah.
just like they actually show you why the place is the way it is.
Got it.
Yep.
So can we? Okay, I'll talk about that later. But so this movie is another nostalgic bomb for me, and it's The Last Starfighter.
Oh,
Death
interesting.
Blossom, baby.
That's pretty high for you, actually. I'm actually surprised about that.
What's that?
It's pretty high on your list for. I mean,
I love this
love it.
movie. This one probably ties with what's the Flight of the Navigator for me.
Hmm.
But
Yeah.
Flight of the Navigator I just took completely off my list. But this is one of my favorite childhood movies, and
Yeah, because you see yourself in that
totally.
guy's position.
Not only did I love arcade
Yeah,
video
of course.
games at the time, but come on, it was fantastic. I mean, it's super cheesy, but it was really, really fun. And yeah,
Right. Nobody's gonna name Night of the Comet. Just kidding.
Oh, and believe me, that would be an honorable mention for me.
Yeah.
I watched that so many times as a kid.
Yep. I was so into that female star.
All right, so my number 3, and then my number 2. My number 3, and I still remember going to see this because I went to go visit my buddy, and I told the story already, so I'm not gonna tell it again. But I went to go see my buddy on the West Coast, and he said, "Hey, you got to go see this movie," and he said, "But it's only in Japanese. But don't worry, I'll explain it to you." And I was like, "Okay," and I saw Akira for the first time.
It wasn't
never seen it.
subtitled?
And there was no subtitles. It
Ooh.
was just in Japanese.
Man,
And
that's rough.
my buddy who wasn't Japanese, but he had a Japanese friend explain the entire movie to him as he was watching it. He basically said, "This is what's happening right now." and this is what's happening right now. And what they're talking about is this. And he told me, and I was like, and we were in a college movie theater at Reed College on the West Coast, and there was like 3 other people in the room. It probably only sat like 50 people. But I remember I was just like blown away. And then when I was finally able to get a when I was finally able to get it on like a VHS that had the American dubbing, I was just like, and I was able to watch it. I wore that VHS tape out. I watched it so many times. The soundtrack is perfect. The story, I mean, they condense. I mean, it's really too bad that they take the Akira storyline that was, because I've since read the manga. It's it's like it's really too big because there's just no way you could really ever make that into a movie unless you made like 10 movies. But they do a pretty good job of condensing it down and giving you the beats. And you know, and it's just like, yeah, I mean, and the visuals of it are obviously just absolutely amazing. And um, yeah, and that opened the door to anime for me. That was the beginning of like, oh my gosh, so cartoons don't have to be Scooby Doo. So
Yeah, for sure.
um, good stuff. And then my number dose, which will tell you what my number one is. My number dose is Blade Runner.
Mhm.
And depending upon which version, I like the one um without the narration, but narration isn't bad. I can either way, it's good. Um, I love the fact that it came out that they basically told Rutger Hauer, it's like, write what you think you'd say right before you die.
Yep.
And so that his little speech there about all these moments will be forgotten like tears in the
Yep.
rain.
Lost to time.
He wrote that himself.
Yeah,
He did.
Oh,
he
okay.
did. It was just like, what do you think you would say? And so he wrote it himself. And then the fact that he saves him he's and yeah, I mean, and I remember I remember seeing that movie and like not really understanding it, and then like having somebody say you got to watch it with this mindset and like look into it, and like I remember like, oh my gosh, that makes like way more sense. And then it's just and the Blade Runner 2049 is really long and takes a long time to get where it needs to go, but also was a damn good movie too. But not nearly as good as um that movie. It was just uh I mean the whole thing, and honestly, man, I mean, like, you go read Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep? I mean, that story's okay, but I mean, it's one of those things, in my opinion, the movie kind of outshines the source material in a lot of ways. So
Mhm. Yep.
um
Well, who wrote the
yeah.
screenplay is really if
Um,
there's a person behind it. By the way, Blade Runner is my number two also.
yeah, I mean, the thing about Blade Runner is that it was first of all, it's Ridley Scott, so the guy knows what
Well,
he's doing.
yeah,
Except for Napoleon was one of the worst movies ever.
that's what I
Hampton
heard.
Lansden Fancher
Huh.
is who co-wrote the screenplay, and a guy by the name of David Peoples, who also wrote Unforgiven and 12 Monkeys.
Oh, well, that's
So
pretty awesome. There you go. Probably okay.
yeah, so yeah, you can probably um
In
hear this
Napoleon,
after.
in Napoleon, he actually has at the Battle of Waterloo where the French and English soldiers go over the top like World War One, not at all anything historical. And then at the end, after Napoleon's defeated, he doffs his hat to Wellington. Just makes me want to vomit.
Holy cow! I just read this that basically the two guys that did Blade Runner also wrote the screenplay for Blade Runner 2049.
Oh, that's cool.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
one that they wrote it together, and two that they were both still alive. Yeah, listen to this. He tried to option Philip K. Dick's 1968 science fiction novel Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep in 1975, was unable to secure the rights. Fancher sent his friend Brian Kelly, a film producer, to negotiate with Philip K. Dick, who finally agreed. And then he was brought on to, and then he started working with Michael Green to do that one. So that's kind of cool. I mean,
People's worked on Lady Hawk also.
oh, another great
All the
movie.
movies we love.
There seems to be a recurring theme. Yeah,
There's a
Blade
recurring-
Runner is just a great movie. I mean, just even that tone, it's like, I know it's my job, but I still have to just look at myself in the mirror and say, I just shot a woman in the back. You know, you're just like, oh, it's just like Harrison Ford was so great in that movie. He's just,
Yeah.
he's good. And he's good in it. All right. That was my number 2.
My number 2 is the other Verhoeven movie. I'd buy that for $1 movie.
Ah,
Oh
RoboCop,
man,
baby.
RoboCop almost made me puke.
I just remember when he shoots that
Like
giant gun and
puke
blows up
often
the
in theaters.
car. He goes,
Yep.
I like it.
Yeah, no, I don't know. There's just something about that movie. The CG is so cringe now, but um just like whether it was fucking Ronnie Cox or or just the sheer fucking inaneness of the whole thing. It was just so good.
Hmm.
I really liked it. The
One of
sequel
the
sucked, but
I don't remember it at all. I mean, I probably saw because it was the Ed 209.
Didn't
Wasn't
they
it like
remake it?
they did remake it with Joel Kinnaman as Murphy. It was all right. It wasn't bad, but
the futuristic building in that movie is the Dallas City Hall.
yeah,
And there was a scene filmed where I worked in the 90s, Northern Telecom. When he pulls the spike out and jams it into one of the computers, those are like the big phone switches that we
Yeah.
worked on back in the day.
We had a lot of Nortel buildings here.
You know, the Nortel stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Then me layoffs happened.
Oh, well, they went out of business.
Yeah. All right,
Good
Scott.
one.
I'll
My
deal with
number,
your number 2.
my number 2 is Blade Runner. I do
Yeah.
prefer the voiceover one. I feel the other one puts me to sleep because there's just long periods of just no dialogue. And I like the voiceover just to kind of
No,
keep you.
there's nothing wrong with the voiceover one. I think it's more
Yeah,
true.
that's the first one I saw, and then I got the director's cut, and it was like it's way longer and like no voiceover, and I'm like, maybe I don't really need the director's cut. Yeah,
Why wouldn't I turn over the turtle?
yeah.
Let me tell you
I'll
about
tell
my
you about
mother.
my mother.
Just, I
So many
remember
great
like,
things, and I love Blade Runner
well, no, I mean,
so
and
much.
that scene that let me tell you, my mother, it's like one of the very opening moments. And I remember as a kid, I was watching that, and I was just like on HBO or whatever, because I
Yeah,
was just like,
Yeah, you don't know what's going on.
and I don't remember. I mean, and when I was being exposed to it, it was one of those things where it's like, oh, Han Solo's in this movie, you know, and I was like,
Yeah,
I'll
everybody's
watch
thinking it was
this
a Star
movie.
Wars movie.
Yeah, and then I was like, what is going on? And I just don't even, I mean, I'm having trouble following this, and everything's so grimy and dirty, and he's eating noodles at a bar on the
And he's
street, and
handling eyeballs and
yeah, it's all over the place
and
weird.
that
And
the best part, the when he scans in the photographs and then he starts walking around the corner and like
oh
just
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah, yeah,
enhancing the
yeah.
photograph to find out who's in the background. Like you can
Yeah.
see like the edge of a thing and they like
And
enhance
he,
and walk around the corner and all that stuff's awesome.
And I like that. I like good detective movies. I like that when he like
Yeah,
and then like he
good stuff.
finds that one scale and then and then they zoom in
Yeah,
and they get the serial
serial
number
numbers.
on
Yeah.
the scale because it's a fake animal and yeah, good stuff.
I was hoping 2049 would be like more like that though, but it wasn't.
It
Like
wasn't,
more
but it was still
detectiving,
yeah, it was still really good
less
though.
detectiving.
It was a fun movie. All right,
Cool. Number 2.
bring us home, Demers.
Both mine have already been named. Dune, the new one, the first one, the 1984 version was god awful, and I will run away. I'd watched The Fifth Element before I'd watch that again.
Oh no.
And
Wow.
then my number one is The Thing.
Yeah.
And then we'll throw out honorable mentions later or now.
We'll throw them on later.
Okay, sounds good. And I'm going to be quick about mine. So, because I gotta get to
I'll
bed.
just read mine off. I won't be doing anything special with them. So
Okay.
My number one is The Matrix.
Ooh.
Blew my mind.
that is a completely
We were up all night
completely
long
defendable.
talking.
Yeah.
We saw that in the theater. It was the year that Star Wars came out, I think.
Yep.
Yeah.
Way better movie. And we were like up all night. We're like, oh man, what is reality? You know, it was those kinds of conversations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it really was. That's a mind screw.
Yeah. It was
Literally,
mine.
I didn't go see that in the movie theater. Like I just missed it. Like it was one of those things where it's like I wasn't going to a lot of movies that in the theater in my life. But I went over when it came out on DVD. I just went over to my buddy's house and like he was like, about like 20 minutes into the movie. I was like, "What's this?" He's like, "Oh, this is Matrix." I was like, "Oh, that's cool." Yeah, I never saw it. And he's like, "You fucking never saw this?" And he went, went back 20 minutes, and he went and got us both beers out of his fridge, and he said, "Sit your ass down," and he's just like, and I watched it, and I was like, "That was
That
a
would be
really
a
good
fun movie to watch with somebody who's never seen it before.
Yeah, I was just like, that was a
Yeah.
really good
The
movie.
Matrix one that came out last year or the year before.
Matrix Resurrection or whatever.
Yeah.
That was like
Like-
3 years ago.
Like it brought a tear to my eye a little bit, but then it went completely off the rails and
I didn't
lost
watch
me.
it.
Yeah, I
But it
didn't
has
watch
some
it either.
it has some really great stuff, and you're like, wow, this is really like hit me.
Well, I just
But it did not. It failed near the end.
remember sitting there and like watching the third movie or whatever, and I was just like, as he's floating away, being crucified on the things, and
Oh,
I was
yeah,
like,
they're-
and I was just like,
yeah.
I felt like they were the people making the movie were taking out a hammer and smashing the man. See, he's Jesus Christ. Do you get it? Do you get it now?
Got it.
Just like
2021 was Resurrections. God, I thought it was last year. Not great. My time warp is so off. But I was super excited for it because I was like, I fucking love The Matrix. I'm gonna watch this, and I would watch it, and it brought a tear to my eye a few times. Like there's a couple moments that are in that are awesome, but overall, not a great movie.
Yeah, that I felt that way with the new Tron.
Tron Legacy.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's like
Yeah, none of us picked Tron. I mean, Tron's not a great movie.
no, but it had a nostalgia factor, and
It does have a nostalgia.
It's in my honorable mentions.
I think I like the video games better than I like the movie,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
especially discs of Tron. But anyways,
Yeah, Discotron was fantastic.
oh fuck, it's one of my it's probably tied for number one for me.
Yeah.
So speaking of number one, my number one, I'll do mention is Ready Player One.
Yep.
Really?
Awesome.
I can see it. I can totally see it. Again, where's my Snow Crash movie? But anyway.
Yeah, it's just
Go-
it flows so fucking well. Sure, it's different than the book, but it who was the director for that?
Steven
Spielberg? Yeah,
Spielberg.
see? I mean, the guy knows how to make a movie.
Yeah, and
It's a
strangely enough, the main character had didn't really know his dad. Anyway. No.
No, he didn't.
Yeah.
All right,
You
Anyway,
gotta watch.
well,
You gotta watch the. What is the? Not the. I can't remember the name of that movie that came out a couple years ago with Spielberg's biography, basically.
yeah.
Okay.
Crinklemans or something. That's not what it's called.
Anyway, obviously my number one is The Thing. I have very few movies that I consider a 10. Thing is one of them. We've talked about The Thing so many times. It manages. Kooky Kid said there's no women in it. That's incorrect. You see a woman briefly on the TV as they're watching another tape of like game shows. There's a woman that like gets like one line of whatever from that. But yes, no, it is. There are all I've watched. I
Fablemans.
think pretty much every single documentary about the making of it. I've watched so many delineations. I love the fact that Carpenter has basically just come out and said when somebody goes, "Oh, was he a thing? Was he a thing?" And he's just like, "I have no idea. We didn't know
We didn't
what we
think
were
about that
doing.
stuff.
We didn't think about any
They,
of it."
they never understand the consequences of their.
Yeah,
thing.
he is completely and totally like, is McCready a thing? He's completely and totally removed it. He's like, I have no idea. Whatever you decide, you can pick.
I'll go
We
with,
didn't
yeah.
we didn't make that decision. We just made a movie that had a cool ending. I love the fact that Kurt Russell almost blew himself up with dynamite. There's a scene when like he throws the dynamite because he actually said I can do this for real, and he actually threw a piece of dynamite and he was too close, and when he gets blown back, that's actually him
That's
getting
really him
blown
flying
back
back.
from the concussive force from
Wow.
the dynamite.
I love
I
the scene
mean,
where he's playing chess.
yeah, just pours the
This
J,
janky chess computer.
but
Pours the whiskey down the.
pours the whiskey, cheating bitch, and um, yeah, I mean, it's just there's so many moments. I love the fact that like in a completely other thing, I remember I'd seen The Thing so many times, and this is a weird connection, but I remember I went to go see The Hateful Eight with my father. And I was watching that, and as the snowstorm comes in, they're telling it. And I was like, I remember sitting there. I was like, this feels like I'm watching The Thing. Like literally, I thought that. I felt like that. I felt like this was kind of felt like The Thing. And then afterwards, I read a thing with Quentin Tarantino, and he said I wanted to make a Western movie that was The Thing. And I was like, holy shit! I was like proud of myself for making that connection, even though
Oh, that's good.
I didn't see that. He's like, I wanted to put a bunch of people cramped in a room and they didn't know who to trust.
Did you
You
hear
know,
about the guitar from that movie?
yeah, that he didn't realize it was worth like a bunch of money and he smashes it. Yeah.
Mm.
Um, I'm gonna skedaddle, but
What are your honorable mentions? Roll through them.
mine are Fifth Element, The Martian, Total Recall, They
Ooh, The
Live,
Martian.
Back to the Future, Stargate, Edge of Tomorrow, Galaxy Quest. I'm surprised nobody mentioned Galaxy Quest, to be honest.
Galaxy Quest is in
Yeah.
my honorable
Yeah,
mention,
that's
but I
fine.
thought it was. I almost put it on my list, and I said, it is. You could consider it a Star Trek movie.
Yeah. E.T., The Abyss, Snowpiercer,
The Abyss
Cube,
was on my honorable mentions too. Oh man, The Abyss is so good.
Cube, Idiocracy, Elysium,
Mm.
Looper, Silent Running.
Looper. I have Looper on mine. I didn't think anybody else
Did
would.
anybody put Primer on their lists?
Yep,
No, I
Primer's
thought
on
about
mine.
it though. Silent Running, and my last one is Tenet.
Yeah, good lists.
Yeah, really good list. Matt mentioned some of mine. I'll mention some of mine. The Arrival.
Yeah, The
That's a
Arrival's
good one.
Yep. Annihilation.
Oh yes.
The
Haven't
original
seen it.
Alien. Titan AE. If you haven't seen it, it's like it was a cartoon that came out in
Yeah, it
like
was
2000,
good.
Was it
and
good?
it was really, really, really good. It
It was
was like
excellent.
um Under the Skin, who I will it is a weird movie with why can't I think of her name? Scarlett Johansson is the main
Yeah,
character who plays an alien
yeah.
that that
It's
and
kind of gross.
it is kind of gross, my opinion Arrival, not the sorry, Under the
Yeah, The
Skin is
Arrival had Charlie Sheen, I think.
that's actually a good popcorn movie. But he has a great line in that movie where like he shows up and he's all bedraggled and they thought he was dead, and he's like, you ever travel with a Mexican circus? I don't recommend it. Uh, but no, yeah, Under the Skin, Scarlett Johansson, I think that's the best role she's ever done. I mean, like as far as like having
She doesn't
cast.
say
Ghost in the Shell was
anything.
pretty good too.
Yeah,
She
but I
doesn't even
mean,
talk.
but it like evokes so much, like without saying anything, she like does so well with that movie. I don't know. I just really enjoyed that. I had Interstellar, which I thought Interstellar. I was really expecting more for Interstellar, but man, it like it got long in some moments, in my
Yep.
opinion.
Did anybody
Um,
do Frequency?
No, good
Remember
movie
maybe
though.
not.
Nobody knows Frequency.
I only have three that you guys didn't name, and that Jurassic Park, right? Just
Yep.
that
Sure.
Running Man and Planet of the Apes.
Okay.
Which Planet of the Apes?
I had Snowpiercer on mine too. So
Which Planet of the Apes got?
The original, of course.
Nice.
Yeah.
like yeah,
An interesting thing from that time is that they say that that at lunchtime the chimpanzees, the gorillas, and the apes would all eat together, eat regardless of what skin tone they were underneath.
Hmm.
I always thought
love
that was
it.
interesting. Hey, what? And then one quick story before we kind of close out is, my dad saw the original Thing, right, which with James Arness as the monster, and he was living on. He grew up on a farm, and so he was just a little kid, and he saw that movie, and the big catch line of that movie was, "Watch the skies." Like at the end, it's a black and white movie, but the guy says, watch the skies. And my dad had to walk home to his farm after seeing that movie in like 19, 50s, it would have been, and out in the middle of these fields. And he said he was scared witless because he had to look up at the sky the whole time. So then I'm a kid and I had seen it on HBO or whatever, Showtime, I think it was. And I told my dad, I said, you got to watch this movie. And he goes, I just don't want it to ruin my memories of my great memories
The
of the
original one.
first movie. So anyway, I talked him into it, and I remember I was watching it upstairs and he was watching it downstairs. And when the scene when they're doing the pump, or the heart thing, and
Oh
and
yeah,
then
the CPR.
yeah, and it bites off its
Oh,
hands, and
it's
then
awful.
all mayhem comes out, and then the thing shoots to the sky and all this. I just remember I'm upstairs, and all of a sudden that scene happens. I hear my dad go, "Oh Lord Jesus Christ! Oh my God! Oh my Lord!" Just just
Yeah.
just a freak out downstairs. I just remember going, "Oh my God! I gotta go check on him."
So there's you can find them by finding on YouTube if you want to. They people have done some radio plays of basically of who goes there, which is the source material for the Thing.
Yep. Yep.
And or the Thing from outer space. So you can definitely listen to those, and they're very well done. Also, I should mention that as a in the movie Halloween by John Carpenter, there is this moment where the little kids are staying up late and they're watching a horror movie. The movie they're watching is The Thing from Outer Space.
Yep. Yep.
That's the and because it's one of his favorite movies. It's one of
Yep.
Carpenter's favorite. And my favorite John Carpenter quote of all time, when somebody said, like if people are doing remakes of his stuff, and they were like, oh yeah, but that wasn't a really good movie. I mean, why they were talking about the Thing prequel and stuff like that. And he said, I love every single remake of every single one of my movies. They're magical. I put out my hand and a check falls into it. It just,
Nice.
I guess like everybody's like, why doesn't Carpenter make any more movies? I guess he's just got all the money he needs. They talk about how he sits at home, smokes cigarettes, drinks whiskey, and plays video games all day long.
Sounds
That's
like
all
a
he
good
does.
life.
That's
Hey,
that's what
hey
he
folks,
does.
I have got to go, and it's
Yeah, we're gonna wrap up anyway.
out of
So
disappointments of losing the initials game to Matt. So
Did anybody have Escape from New York as their honorable mention?
I thought about it.
I didn't.
I'm sad that they.
Is it sci-fi?
I
It's
would
kind
say
of one of
so.
those dystopian future.
I'm mad that they never got to make Escape from Planet Earth, because that was like he wanted to make a third movie called Escape from Planet Earth after Escape from LA.
Was Escape from LA any good? I never saw it.
It has
No.
moments.
He was surfing and it was just weird.
All
Yeah,
right,
I
guys.
remember
Good
that.
night.
See it.
Can I make a request for next top 10?
Yeah, well, as long as it isn't
Yeah,
something that
keep bringing up.
sucks.
Top 10 rewatchable TV series.
Ooh.
Rewatchable TV series.
Like you can watch all
That
the
means I gotta
series and
watch
go
it.
back.
I don't
Well,
really watch
Stuff you
much
put
any-
into rotation often.
I mean,
I
number
see.
one for me is True Detective season 1.
Okay, well,
Well,
move on to the-
But yeah, I think that's a good
I don't
one.
really rewatch TV. That's the thing. I wouldn't.
You don't ever put stuff on in the background just to have on?
There's too much new stuff. How do I have time for the old
Oh
stuff?
my god, I always.
Well, the problem is that I can't watch new stuff and not pay attention to it. That's my problem.
Oh,
I
like
see.
like
You could just put on the background just to have a background noise.
Yeah, so like, if I'm gonna put something on, I want to be able to give it my attention. Like Rebecca and I've started watching Black Rabbit, and
Yes.
which I'm not going to say any spoilers, but that is a
we
Can I
watched the
tell you to-
first
can I tell
episode.
you to watch that?
Fuck.
Yeah, you did, and then
Yeah.
but that is a very very good show,
Yeah.
and I'm excited to see where they go with it. But there's no way on earth I would watch Black Rabbit on a computer screen off to my right while I'm like working on emails or something. I would want to give it.
Well, you would, but then you would end up like this if you're looking, and then you just keep watching the movie, the show.
Black Rabbit was pretty dense.
Oh
That
my
first
Yeah, it
season was
is.
pretty dense.
It's anyways.
I was a little worried at first when because I don't really like shows that are like, hey, here's this thing, and you're like, okay, that's cool, and they're like 1 month earlier. And I'm like, I don't.
We were worried about that too.
I was like, and then it's like really, really obvious where they're like, oh, hey, here's these people that really like each other, but you just saw earlier that they don't like each other. So what happened to make it so they don't like each other? That kind of stuff, What happened to the girl that was all strung out and weird, and why is she seemingly normal now? It's like it's stuff like that where I'm like, why? Can't you just tell a linear storyline? I mean,
You can't do that anymore.
you can't do that. Yeah, Pulp Fiction ruined it for everybody. I mean, it's just like you gotta like play with the times and whatever. But I mean, so far
I gotta go
everybody's
to bed.
acting it out really well. Yeah, I'm tired too. I gotta go to bed.
All right.
So all right. Yeah, I think that's good. Like, I mean, how about this?
I wouldn't have that many of those things. I mean, you can do that one. I would just listen.
How about we just do favorite
Favorite TV shows. Here we
Yeah,
go.
sure.
Favorite TV show.
favorite TV
Yeah.
shows that with that
You
have
would
multiple
watch
seasons.
again. Yeah.
Oh yeah, there you go.
How
TV
about
shows-
this? How about this? Top 10 TV shows you would recommend to somebody else.
Oh,
Sure.
there you go. I like that. All right, we'll make that happen.